Bashers. Hey everybody, it is Dirk. It is Friday, February 21st at 6:02. Shoot me, Dean, just shoot me. Who got in here at number 1? Oh my god. The duo of good deeds. It is Ray Ray. Whatever happened to Ray Ray? Oh, that's the song you're going to get. The most delicate, satin-draped friend, as it clung to his thigh, how he started to cry, 'cause he wanted to be dressed just the same. That's a good one for you. Whatever happened to Ray Ray? Do you know what that's from? Does anybody know where that's from? Ray Ray's number 1. I'm enjoying a coffee. Just got back from shopping for the Rosie Rose. Numero duo, Daniel Gutierrez. Happy Friday, Bastards. Happy Friday to you, buddy. And it is the Game of Thrones man himself. Daniel so far, but so close. Number 3, cup of tea. It is Dino in the room. Hello, Rufus. Where am I and who are all the people in my living room? Who are they, Rufus? I have no idea. Great to see you in the room. Looking great. Oh, you got a bass guitar there. Look at that. All right. Can't tell what that is from here. Is that a jazz? Looks like a jazz to me. Yeah, it looks like it could be. Can't tell. Picture's too small. Dave Fahrenheit 451 upvoted. Please upvote. Listen, you have no idea how great upvotes are. What they do for a channel. I know people ask all the time, and I'm like and subscribe. And yeah, you wouldn't believe what YouTube does. They give you this wealth of riches. They just start pointing people in your direction, showing people your show. And if people don't want to be a part of this amazing gang, then fuck them, because we don't want them. But all the people who do come here every day, please just upvote. It just helps a lot. And if you like the show and you want to be a part of a big thing, hit the subscribe button. My name is Dirk. This is the iBash. This is the big guy's coming on after he's done with Who Needs to Drink. He is seriously talking about dumping that show. Saturday nights has been a better show, blah, blah, blah. Maybe he's moving on. Things change. Like James Bond. Holy crap, did that go nutso. Dean says, at Dean, or DG, Danny Gutierrez says, close but no cigar. Wait a second. Did I miss one? There's an Andrew Wolkowicz right here. $10 super chat. Let's start out the show like we do every single time with the super chat gong. Where is it? There it is. And Nathaniel Hannon, oh, that was a week ago already. How did that happen so fast? Nathaniel Hannon with $10 super sticker. That makes me go cool. I'll give you a super check on. Oh, magic mirror, who do I see in the room? It's Per Stuttgart, the current, well, the former basher of the day. He's got the most bashers of the day of anybody now. Start getting snappy, kids. The beautiful Malley C is here. Happy Friday, beautiful people. The beautiful people. Boom, boom. Vasilios is here. Buddy Hell is here. Upvoted. Thank you so much, Buddy Hell. Buddy Hell. Enjoy the show all. We'll watch on catch up tomorrow. Oh, boo. We love having you in the room. And the gorgeous Louise. Look at that. Hi, honey. Good evening, Dirk, and all the bashers in Ireland. There you go. Fantastic. Dean says to Ray, finger red. I'm not going to read that. That's crazy. Drew B's here. Upvote. Happy Friday, bashers. Big kisses to Heather and Kay, our beautiful Kay. We love her so. I think Kay deserves a song of her own too, don't you? At Dean, would you be so kind as to select the next Speedy Tuesday moon swatch? I think you should put on. What's the most crass one there is? They all drive him crazy. Yes, sir. Thank you, kind sir. In my Joe LaFaro glass, I've got my Scotty love, my Scotty love, Riedel, Scotty love. Great solo. Drew B says, Dean says, Drew B, drinks, smiles, crazy, and devil horns. Sure, I'll have to have a look. I have no idea. I'll let you know. And then I'll let you know. Mart, upvote everyone, and happy Friday to all, especially to you and the beautiful Bronson. And I know a special girlfriend. Raver says, sure, you know yourself there. Kyle Pena is in the room. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Kyle. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Right before the show, I made some egg whites because that's what I'm living on right now. I had some egg whites and I put some hot sauce on it. Donald Gehring. Hey, Donald Gehring. Great to see you. Happy Friday, Dirk. Happy Friday to you, Donald. Great to see you in the room live and in person. Panel power. Buonasera, signore. I got my Saab 9.3 back from the mechanics today. It's finally driving like a dream again. So happy. Whenever I think of Saab, I just think of Jerry Seinfeld and the undercoating. Yeah, that's bullshit. Dean says, Drew B, there are too many. Okay, I put you out of your misery. Mission to Saturn, the beige thing. Well, the Jupiter one's kind of a beige thing too. Saturn is great, but I love how he called it Mission to Saturn because that's what they're called. Isn't that funny? Classic car PP. Sure, that's classic. Saabs you can't kill the Saabs. They'll go forever and ever and ever and ever. And the beautiful, handsome Joe LaFaro's here. Hey, Joe LaFaro, Joe LaFaro, Joe LaFaro. Great to see you live in the room. Are you enjoying your happy place, sunny Florida? Sunny Florida. I just walked back in the house. Thank you very much for the PayPal, Joe LaFaro. That was very, very sweet of you because you're a beautiful and sweet and kind young man. Thank you so much. Did I mention handsome? I did. Hey, Donald, says Dean. I love the fact that you guys all talk to each other in the chats. It's very life affirming. He still hasn't freed me from his gulag. Carlos Paggi, hey Bastardos y Bastardas. Great to see you in the room. Fantastic. Dean says, hey Joe. Martin Hedengard Jensen. Hi from Denmark. Please upvote. Look at you with that beautiful picture. Thanks so much, Morton. What a great thing. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for upvoting. You're the best. I love it. I love when somebody shows up with a happy face and a nice, kind thing to say. It's Morton Hedengard. Let me make sure I say that right. I don't want to butcher your Danish. Jensen, thank you so much, Morton. And welcome to the show. Joe LaFar says, I can't super chat from where I am, but I sent you a PayPal. I hope you got it. I did get it. Thank you so very much. I got the push notification today, and I was just like, oh my God, because I was running errands for Rose all day, getting her ice cream and cat food and plethora of stuff. But thank you. I wanted to say on the show, thank you, Joe. Did I mention how handsome he is? I did, right? Nathaniel Hanna with another $10 super chat. Tempest Fugit, Memento Mori. Unfortunately, that lamb did not treat our other dining companion very well, but such nice wine. Oh, no. Is that what he had? He had lamb. Well, you're taking your chances eating the beasts. What did I have? I had couscous with a plethora of vegetables, and I was just fine. And the wine was incredible because it was Chateau Margaux du Margaux, and it was beyond fabulous. What an incredible dinner that was. Thank you so much. It was the greatest time. We had a great night. It was the greatest night I've had in a long, long time. Thank you so much for that. $10 US. Let's go with the cuck. I realize I haven't been using him very much. No offense to you, of course, because you're far from that. You would definitely not be that guy. Definitely not. But I love that guy, and I felt like I've been leaving him in the chair too long, and he wanted to bang a gong, get it on. Ray says, "What are egg whites? Please don't say the white of an egg. They're the eggs without the yolks, my friend. What else could I possibly? What else are egg whites? Is there a new definition of what egg whites are? It's eggs and all the protein without the cholesterol and the fat. So there you have it." And it's just something I do when I want to kickstart a diet to fit into a beautiful Richard James suit, which I just got. And I want it to fit beautifully. So I'll just suffer for a little while, and I'll just eat egg whites and lettuce and drink a shitload of coffee. I personally think that the Diet Coke Beast, now in recyclable bottles, Carolyn Martin, I personally think that every time you see people drinking Diet Coke, they're fat. So, you know what? I've tried to quit this stuff a million times. You guys all know that. It's terrible. But I'm an addict. I'll go out 3 o'clock in the morning if I run out of it. It's bad. It's just bad. I need to get, and I have bottled water. I drink. I love mineral water. I love it. Flat water doesn't do very much for me unless I'm in a yoga studio. But anyway, that's my story. Ray. Dean with the $4.99 super sticker. Super stickers are going to be all cuck tonight. How about that? because let's give him a little love since he never gets it. Panel Power says, it's Dean. Who's slagging my mission to Saturn? That sort of hate speech gets you locked up in Europe these days. What you doing with that gun in your hand? What, you throw the yolk away? I do not. I actually buy the carton of just egg whites. You go to the, go to your Duns and just go to the egg aisle and you'll see like a quart. You guys don't use quarts, right? What do you say? You don't say quarts, right? It's in the quart or the pint. You say pint, so you must say quart. And it's just the egg whites. They do it for you at the place, at the egg joint. Now, I love eggs, and I do eat eggs because I'm a lacto-ovo vegetarian. Listen, if you believe in people's right to choose, then you certainly believe in eating eggs because they're not fertilized. I like really great eggs with very yellow yolks, and I love eggs, and I eat them a lot. But there's a lot of fat and cholesterol in them. I don't really want a piece of it. I really don't want anything to do with it. Egg white is called the albumin. That's correct. It is. It's the albumin, and it's very good for you, and it's got vitamins for you and yours, and it's a terrific thing. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's not sustainable for a long period of time, but it's sustainable for the 3 weeks that I'm going to be doing it. And when I'm done with it, then I'll choose a meal that I want to have first after I get to my goal, which usually takes about 3 weeks to a month. And it's usually pasta. It's usually spaghetti. I want just plain old spaghetti marinara. I'm not into toppings on pizza. I think pizza should just be margarita. And when it comes to pasta, I just like tomatoes and marinara sauce. That's it. And some Parmigiano Reggiano. That's all I want. I'll eat the other stuff like alla norma or whatever, but Americans eat very weird pasta. So I've learned, like I knew growing up. I had no idea growing up. My mother would just buy ronzoni pasta, boil it, and open up a jar of ragu, put it on top, and we'd have the Kraft sprinkle cheese. That's why my sister Pat hates cheese so much. I've told you that before. My sister Pat doesn't like Parmigiano Reggiano or any of those great cheeses because we grew up, which is, I don't know, like army ration cheese. It's just, and it smells like feet. It's disgusting. Really horrible. But once, I finally saw the light, I reached for the light. Then I found out how great it was. I didn't like that stuff either in the green can, and they still sell it. I've seen it. Ugh. Panel Power says, yeah, essentially, that's what it is. Call me John and Yoko. Ray says, okay, New York, I'm sure they eat placenta. No, that's John and Yoko. That's what they did. Okay, so cacio e pepe is the perfect peasant pasta. Listen, 100%. And the best plate of pasta I've ever had in my life was on the side of the Tiber. Paul's cousin took us to a restaurant right on the river, like it's only seasonal. And I had cacio e pepe in Rome, which is where, if you want the best cacio e pepe, you go to Rome because it's their local dish. And it was magnificent. I think I've showed you guys pictures of that. I have them on my iCloud. It was incredible. And the best part about eating pasta in Italy is they give you like this much. That's it. Look, in America, you get nonstop pasta plates and bring on the breadsticks. And then you can enjoy the wine. And there's always a salad at the end of the meal, which is great. And there's no breadsticks that I've seen so far. Oh, Joe LaFaro had a great cacio e pepe last night in your happy place. Oh, that's great to know that there's great cacio e pepe there. It's like this. I'll tell you a funny cacio e pepe story. So in my neighborhood, which is just, was just German, Irish, white trash, and then factories. It was a great little town, and the Italians ran it though, and they were cool, and they were all kind of connected, which was great because we never had any crime. Everybody was family. Every church was packed every Sunday. It was great. And once this neighborhood, the older people started to die and get, sell out, their kids sold their buildings, it started getting fancy around here, very fancy. So this chef named Rocco Sacramone. He owns a fantastic restaurant in Astoria called L'Incontro, Trattoria L'Incontro. And it's excellent. I've been there many times. They opened up an annex down here, different name, and they had a big wheel of Parmigiano Reggiano, and they would cook the pasta table side and then put it in a hole at the top of the wheel and start to swirl it around. That is not something you ever see them do in Italy. It's like some affectation, but it was so cheesy, so over cheesed. Like the cheese got super melty, and it was just, I didn't love it. But that's just like fettuccine Alfredo. It is not an American invention. It was invented by one restaurant in Rome called Alfredo's, and it's the only place that really sells it. You won't find a fettuccine Alfredo in Italy, very rarely. Maybe in a touristy restaurant you will, but in America it's on every Italian menu, 100%. And they use cream, and it's very rich. It's my brother's favorite. He loves that because he lives on Long Island. That's the people on Long Island. They love to have them. Let me get a glass Chianti and the. Do you have Alfredo? That's good. Well, we'll have for the table. Not my thing. I don't like heavy duty, creamy, heavy sauces. Not a fan. But great cacio e pepe is light and peppery and delicious. And I believe, tell me if I'm wrong, don't they use Pecorino Romano? I think that they do. Let me see, cacio e pepe or a combo. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Cacio e pepe, because Parmigiano Reggiano is from Emilia Romagna. Pecorino Romano. There you go. I was right. That's right. See, that's even wrong. Using Parmigiano Reggiano is wrong because that's from Emilia Romagna. It's from a different region in Italy. So, Rome is Lazio. Mother Wolf, great new Roman restaurant in Miami. Not a very Italian name, though. Roman Wolf. Evening, lads. Mr. Fitzsimons. Dave Fitzsimons. Great to see you, buddy. How are you? Joe LaFaro, there's a place down here that does the Parmigiano wheel tableside thing. It's okay. It's just, it's you know what it is? It's kind of Vegas-y. It's kind of Disney. It's just kind of tourist trap kind of thing. Look what we're doing. That's not how they do it when the guy made me the cacio e pepe in the restaurant in Italy. He came over, the pasta was all ready to go, and he just took the cheese, he grated it, and he mixed it and put the pepper in it. He goes, "You like pepper?" I was like, "Sure." Yeah, sure. I don't know. Yeah. Pecorino Romano, which I actually prefer over Parmigiano Reggiano, which I love too. But of course, I always have to pimp out Grana Padano. Now, if you see Grana Padano in the stores, it's essentially the same thing as Parmigiano Reggiano. It's just from a different region. In order for it to be Parmigiano Reggiano, it comes from this gigantic part of Italy called Emilia Romagna, which is huge. It's probably the biggest province, right? I would imagine that it is. Joe LaFaro says, named after the wolf that nursed Romulus and Remus. Very cool. Two words that also wound up in the Star Trek universe. Very cool. Nathaniel Hahn, and $2. A wolf took care of it. Look at this. You guys are such smarty pantses. It's great to see my smart. I've got the smartest people on YouTube. Cha. So what's going on with you folks tonight? I don't have anything planned. I'm just going to wait for the big guy to come in. Oh, here's what I'm going to be drinking tonight. It's not as fancy as what I drank last week, but it is a beautiful bottle of Chateau de la Marechaude, La Lande de Pomerol. I've had it on the show before. It's kind of young. It's only 3 years old, but it is really great. And it's Pomerol, which is, if it ain't Pomerol, Pouliac, or Margaux, I don't really want it. I mean, I do want it, but my favorites are. Do you guys hear that? So I live right next to the East River, which isn't a river at all. It's an estuary. Most people don't know that. And I didn't know it until very recently that the East River in New York is not a river at all. It's an estuary. There's always police helicopters or traffic helicopters all over the place. And because I live so close to it, and when 9/11 happens, I lived here when that happened. We saw stealth bombers. We saw every aircraft you are not allowed to see. We saw it all and heard it all. It's nuts. We were outside on the deck taking. I took pictures of those things. They're nuts. Though SR-71, the Blackbird, holy shit. I switched out to Diet Coke. Man, that's good. News of the day. Nathaniel Hannon, $5. Apple has withdrawn heavy iCloud encryption from the UK to avoid complying with the British demand for a backdoor into iCloud encryption. Wow. Now, I don't know if people realize this, but many years ago in Paris, there was a terrorist attack. And it was at a place called the Bataclan, a very famous music venue. And it was a band called the Eagles of Death Metal. Somehow they're related to the Queens of the Stone Age. I don't know how. Anyway, a lot of people were killed, but they got a bunch of people and they got their phones, and they were iPhones, and they needed them unencrypted, and Apple refused to do it. That was one of the first things I thought of when, because I don't like the bean counter at all. I'm a big Apple guy. Obviously, everything I have is Apple pretty much. Steve Jobs was a hero to a lot of us, even though he's crazy. He allowed guys like me and Oisín to fix computers, and like I'd be able to go take your computer apart and fix it. It was great. When the bean counter came in and started doing stuff, for you to take a position for a terrorist, in order to take down a terrorist organization, was pretty terrible. And of course, who did it? The Israelis, because they knew how to do it. So they said, we'll do it. And of course, it's a common enemy of theirs. So they took it down. But Apple refused to do it, which I thought was pretty shitty. Yes, you want your encryption to be safe. Yes, blah, 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 blah. But I agree there needs to be a backdoor for that kind of encryption. And I was trying to explain encryption to, who was it the other day? Oh, my friend Mike. He was encrypting a hard drive. He's like, you're not the Pentagon, man. You don't need that stuff. You don't need that stuff. I mean, who's going to see your porn or, I'm like, what's going to be on your computer? I mean, unless you're up to some bad shit, I don't know. I mean, that's what I say. It's like, well, the police will find out. I'm like, well, I'm right here. What are they going to do? I didn't do anything. Anyway, $5 from you. More cowbell. It's crazy town. Panel Power says, did you see the dancing Israelis? Not the most recent ones, no, but I saw the wedding. That wasn't very nice. Nice wine there, Dirk. Oh boy, there could be trouble ahead. Well, that's why, because I hadn't eaten today at all, because I'm on a mission to fit into that beautiful suit from the beautiful and talented Eric de Chatillon. He bought a suit. It didn't suit him. He offered it to me like a year ago, and I said, no way am I taking that thing. And it fits, but I want it to fit perfectly, like I'm a runway model, which means I got to get rid of the bulk, because I'm a bulky guy. I'm not all that fat, but if I put 10 pounds on, stuff gets tight on me because I'm very busty, which is a drag, and it's so beautiful. And I'll model it on the show. I'll debut it on the show. Pound of power. My brother was on the team that separated the eBay and PayPal website after the Monopoly case broke them apart. Yeah. Well, now it's eBay, PayPal, and the United States Treasury. PM says, apparently the vile communist UK government wants to snoop. Doesn't bother me, just the principle. Is that right? Is that what's going on over there? Well, it's definitely going to happen here, because now they're able to bust into just about everything now. I'm just going to watch it from the sidelines and not say shit about it anymore, because it's just too polarizing and it's just too crazy. And like, you know what? Listen, if you're up to something bad, you reap what you sow. That's all I have to say. Who am I to judge people? I'm not going to do that. I'm sick of it. The other day, 4:00 in the morning the other day, I'm watching YouTube stuff, and I see David Gilmour performing with Roger Waters on the Wall tour. The ice had melted a little bit, and he won a bet about something, and so David Gilmour went up there and sang Comfortably Numb, and of course played those 2 legendary solos, and it was just so fantastic. And then at the end, he came out with a ukulele, and they did the finale of The Wall, Outside the Wall, and they were hugging, and like David Gilmour put his head on his shoulders, and like, these are guys that were friends for a million years. Roger's ego got out of control. Politically, they were very aligned, and then somehow along the way, Roger's a Nazi. So, and his wife said that, Polly Sampson said that. And you know what? Listen, we used to have a rule. No offense to the ladies, because you know how much I love the ladies in the room, but we used to have a rule in the band: no wives or girlfriends. It's the boy. It's this. This has got to be the thing, because Yoko Ono, somebody you're in love with, can absolutely 100% affect the decisions that get made within your band. And Polly Sampson, and you know what she was talking about? Well, I do the lyrics now, and they're so good. Polly Sampson, stop. They're not just another pinprick. There'll be no more. They're not quite as good. There is no pain. You are receding, a distant ship, smoke on the horizon. We are only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what they're saying. I mean, that's such incredible lyricism. Amazing. Hers are like, I opened the door, but I turned out the light. Saw your car in the pale moonlight. Fuck off. Just fuck off. Fuck off. Carlos Paggi wants to know, what is my height and weight? Well, my height is 5'8", and I'm usually around primo me is 150, and right now I'm like 167, which is, and I got down to 152 when I did my last summer thing. Got down there and I was feeling good, and then winter happens, and I'm making tomato bisque soup, and I'm baking bread. I'm making soda bread and slathering it with butter. And we just kind of, it's been so cold in New York. So what have I been doing? I've been hunkering down and squirreling away, hibernating like bears. We had a salad the other night. It was the first salad I think I've had in months. So it was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. Teen says, no alcohol tonight. Busy day tomorrow. I have to go to the dentist tomorrow. And I was supposed to go in the afternoon. And they asked me if I could come in at 12. And I have to take a train to get out there, which is kind of a drag. Which means, because he's very judgmental, which means I'm going to have to water pick my brains out. I'm also going to have to use one of those little trays, because I'm going to be drinking wine. And, he's going to say stuff, whatever. But he's a great dentist, and I like him a lot. And I want him to file this, because it's driving me crazy. I did a lot of dental work in the last 2 years, because I hadn't gone to the dentist in 5 years, because I was afraid of them. I was petrified. Now I'm not, because great dentists will make you not scared. So that's my story. So busy day tomorrow. You're going to be at the Lord Grantham's house. Numero uno, just poured Friday. Upcoming Oliva cigar here too. You go, boy. Drink them, smoke them if you got it. Carlos, Dirk is 6'2" in heels. If I'm wearing Paul Stanley's heels, I'm 6'2". I'm not a big. I don't have any boots with heels. Just have regular shoes. Yeah, I don't know. When I was young, I used to want to be 5'10". I mean, I would still like to be 5'10", but I'm long used to it. It's not a big deal. Ray, I watched the SS United States last voyage today on YouTube. Sad but cool. Resting life as reef. Listen, I have nothing but sadness and wonder. What else can I possibly say about something like that? Because it's not the result we wanted. We've been working with the SS United States Conservancy for 20 years. Paul's been the steward for the New York chapter. We didn't think it was going to come to this, because everywhere else in the world you can get the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mary, the why am I having the sistership of the SS United States, and it is in Holland. It's forgive me. All over the world, these great ships have been saved and turned into hotels and museums and shopping, esplanades, all kinds of great stuff. The Rotterdam. I couldn't think of that. We just didn't think that this was going to be a possibility, especially because she's the flag carrier and the flagship of America. She is, like we're renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. We actually have something that Americans invented. William Francis Gibbs built at Newport News, built by American brains, American hands. Incredible, something that people should be so proud of. That, as a nation, our nation's flagship and fastest ship ever to cross the Atlantic in both directions, still holds the blue ribbon, but she is not going to be scrapped. She's still going to exist. You could still go see her in scuba gear. She's going to be at a dive site, and she's going to become a natural reef barrier. And I guess that's better than nothing. It's certainly better than her going to Alang, India and getting broken up and scrapped. It's definitely better than that. And it was a lot of nefarious crap at the end. The people that own the docks were really trying to pull a fast one. And that really, really, truly sucked because turns out they weren't accepting the rent. Then they jacked the rent and they actually tried to pull the pink slip, the ownership, because they said that they had defaulted on the rent and we never did. So it's not good. But thanks for watching that, Ray Ray. She's beautiful. Danny Gutierrez says, Yoko. Yeah, I have a lot to say about her. I can't stand her. PM says, just put on Father John Misty by Mr. Blue. It's put me in such a melancholic mood. Just discovered Tillman a couple of months ago. Hey, Oisín. There he is. There's a big guy. Hey.
What's going on, man?
Do you know much about this Father John Misty? So many people talk about this guy. I have never checked him out. He's a musician, singer thingy.
Yeah.
You ever hear of him?
Nope.
I heard of him recently. Tillman a couple of months ago. There you go.
Father John, is he a priest?
No, he's not a priest. I think he just goes by that. And isn't that cute? It's
Sure.
like Father Dirk on Sundays. Sharon 699. Happy Friday, beautiful. How are you, my darling? Great to see you in the room. And let's give you something. I'm gonna get one just for the girls. I'm gonna give you the ultimate in Wiccan power, right? It's this lady. Ooh, that one rattles your head. Does it rattle your earphones?
Yeah, it does.
It does. Really, it's got a lot of deep bass. Yeah. So what's the crack?
Not much, man. How's it going?
Good. I said, just talking and going through stuff. Joe LaFaro says, maybe Elon. Did you see what happened to the SS United States this week?
No.
She left.
What do you mean?
She left Philadelphia.
Oh, where is she now?
She's going down to Florida to be sunk as a reef.
So that's really happening?
It's really happening. Unless Elon can save her. Elon doesn't care. Why would he do that? He doesn't care.
No, he's not.
And
no.
I will tell you something.
He's not deep enough. The guy, he's a vapid person.
Yeah,
he's empty-headed, vapid personality. You need a little bit of culture, and you need to be nostalgic about America's past. And
and he's not.
Beautiful. What's the word? Nautical history and so on. He doesn't give a flying fuck about that stuff.
I mean, I was just saying, she holds Ray said he watched the video. I couldn't bear to watch it. I know a lot of people went down there. So they're going to go down there and they're going to pull out a couple of the last things that are considered hazardous to go. She's going to Okaloosa County in the Gulf of Mexico.
The
Gulf of America.
Gulf of Depeche Mode. May as well just call
Gulf
it
of Depeche Mode, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it the Gulf of the SS United States. How about that? And
I saw one that was good. The Gulf of Cum. Canada, America, and Mexico. It's the Gulf of Cum.
That's the show, kids. Thank you so much.
We're supposed to get dirty now.
That was very dirty.
I got a little racy on my show. I don't know about
you got racy.
I got a little bit controversial, slightly.
Like in terms of what?
I was just
politically. How shocking!
No, not politically. No.
Oh,
like, didn't talk about politics or
dirty talk.
It's a long one. It's a long one, but it was fun. I think everybody had a lot of fun. I held the crowd. What are you opening?
I'm opening up this this Chateau de la Maréchaude, Lalande de Pomerol.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
this is nice.
Lalande.
Yeah, it's Lalande. Yeah,
Lovely.
Lalande de Pomerol. It's very nice. It's young. It's 2022, but it's
Oh, sure.
$31 in the store. So it's
All right.
and it's French, and it's Pomerol. It's French. It's Pomerol. It's French. It's Pomerol.
Here's Brendan Boswell. Great to see you over here, man.
Hey,
Brendan's going up in the wars against the other channels at the moment. God bless him. I have to wish him the best with that.
I wish you the best. As you can tell, Brendan, I don't have any bots. Nor fake subscribers. I've been cruising at 2,100 for a year and a half. But you know what they are? They're the best 2,100 a man could ever dream of having.
Right. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Success on YouTube is a very strange thing. I mean, you can have a smaller audience, but be very wealthy in riches in the sense of super chats and gifts and love and affection. Or you could have 2 million who don't care about you, don't know you, don't talk to you. You know what I mean? So it's
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, it's also like I don't come out here and just talk to the camera too. I mean, as you know, he makes fun of me because I read all the chats, but it's my whole night. It's like I'm finding out what's going on, like who's drinking martinis, who's doing this. He's after the National Cup. Daniel Gutierrez is giving me $1.99 for my first wine of the night. Well, this is what we do on the show. We give people cowbell. It's interactive. Here's Nelius, £5, which is like $50 US. Oh, look at that beautiful puppy pup. Hey, buddy, just came from Who Needs a Drink. Was a great storytelling episode, but might be the last one. Please keep Oisín on your Friday show. Well, he's not going. He's not leaving my Friday show.
No, I might be wrapping up Who Needs a Drink or not making it weekly.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Why are you getting yourself all worked up with telling dirty stories? Did you tell a dirty story online? Now I'm curious.
No,
is it like should I not ask?
That wasn't a dirty story. It was just stuff with the band and stuff for years. But
talking about groupies?
No, I just a little bit. No, I
they're real.
I just don't know about Friday. It doesn't do the channel any favors. It does, like, people love the show. They love Who Needs a Drink, and they tune in, and it was a good crowd. It was a strong crowd in tonight, probably because I wrote, "Is this the last episode?"
Clickbait.
But, yeah. Well, it wasn't fully clickbait because I don't know, like these live streams, they don't do a whole lot for the channel, and they kind of get in the way of making other content. And so on.
Sure.
I'm working on other videos, but I won't get the thing done until tomorrow evening, between Who Needs a Drink and then this show. I did want to say something, though. You were talking to me about Conclave.
Yes.
And I finally finished it. I finally watched it.
Okay.
And I forgot to tell you.
Oh, okay. Did you like it, not like it?
I loved it.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought the acting was great. I thought it was very well filmed and put together. I thought the soundtrack was beautiful.
Oof.
I thought it was great. But I'll tell you something, man. I watched a movie last night called Baby Girl.
Oh, that's
Jesus Christ.
I heard she's nominated for an Oscar for that.
She better get. I mean, I know Demi Moore deserves one at this point in her career, but she is nowhere near the performance.
Does she really, though? Does she really?
I did not know that Nicole Kidman was capable of that kind of acting. I did not know.
Oh, listen, one thing I'll never take away from Nick is you saw The Hours, right? Fuck.
Yeah.
Wow. I've seen her be great. She's just been doing so much TV.
I mean, talk about the brave stuff, like, taking off your clothes as an older woman on a screen and all of that. She goes way beyond. I mean, it was disturbing, man.
Really?
She's like masturbating and all of this kind of stuff in the movie. And she winds up in this bizarre fucking kind of dominating. She falls in love with this younger guy. I'm not giving anything away. Everybody knows this about the movie. She's a power woman. She's a big businesswoman who presides over a big company or whatever. but she's with what's his name?
Don't tell me Nicholas Holt, because he's in everything.
No, yeah. What's the Spanish Latino actor who's handsome?
Javier Bardem.
No, the other one. There's only
Antonio
two.
Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
He's in it.
He's her husband.
He's great.
He's great in it, and he's great as the understanding, loving husband, but can't make her climax.
Oh,
He can't. Like, the opening scene is them in bed doing the deed, and when they're done, she kind of pretends to go off to the restroom, but she actually goes off to watch porn and finish off. And the porn is like with a girl being told what to do and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, it's a classic. She's powerful and she wants to be dominated.
She wants to be, so she meets there's this intern. You know, they're always hiring people, and this dude, this young, handsome, wide-eyed guy, new actor. I haven't seen him around much at all. I haven't seen him in anything. This guy, and he fucking figures her out. He's a little bit fucking nuts, and he figures her out in a split second. And then she gets mad attracted, and they start this affair. And Jesus Christ, the sex scenes. Like, she's on the floor licking milk out of a saucer and stuff. Like, it's fucking
How Madonna
wild.
1990.
Oh man, dude. I was like, this film is, I mean,
Am I going to get mad at it? Because I'm so mad at film being so incredibly explicit. Like, okay.
It's part of the story.
Oh, okay.
The sex scenes are part of the narrative. You're right. I agree with you. Sometimes we don't need to be shown. We know what happens. Okay. We need to get on with the story. The sex is part of the narrative. If you don't see it, you don't understand how fucking disturbing this shit gets.
I mean, that movie, what was that movie?
If anything, they actually underplayed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If anything, but like, they didn't. There's plenty of stuff, but it's just like, oh my God, this woman she's broken. You know, she's broken on the inside.
Oh, she's got to be broken.
It's a facade. She has a family. She has kids. She has a loving husband. She's super successful and super wealthy. But she needs this dude to abuse her and demean her. And she's just weak. She's powerless next to this guy. It was deeply psychological, that movie. And her acting was outrageously good.
And is she looking good, or is she looking, over plastic surgery?
She's looking old.
Oh, she's looking old. So she's doing that brave thing, the demi thing.
Yeah.
Where older
and worse, probably. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I've always thought she's a great actress. I just worry about like the redhead. I can never remember that film that was recent where the woman fell in love with the young guy and they were going at it. And the next thing you know, oh shit, there's his absolute erection in the shot.
No, there's not that.
Wow. I went, whoa.
No. There's none of that. There's just the scenes and the situations.
Oh, okay. That's good. All right. Yeah.
It was, I don't know if I'd ever watch that film again.
I don't think you should see it again.
The film is fucking, it left me very kind of like shaken and disturbed. And it was really fucking good. And I hope if she doesn't get the award, I don't know. I guess they'll give it to Demi. But Demi's, her performance is great in that movie, but there's nothing close to this.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's, it's such bullshit, the awards anyway.
Right.
Listen, I'm a big fan of Demi. I'm one of the few guys that think she was great. I love G.I. Jane. I loved her and stuff, but her career trajectory was never what Nicole Kidman's was. Nicole Kidman is, does she have 2 Academy Awards or 1? She might have more than 1.
She got her for The Hours, did she?
Yes. All right. So she's only got 1. But she's been doing all those TV. She does a great job on TV. She did Big Little Lies. She did a bunch of stuff.
No, but, I mean that she did that Perfect Couple thing with Liev Schreiber.
Yeah, I loved that.
I mean, that's nothing in comparison to this. This is like fuck. No, but this is like art film like level.
Oh, okay.
This is a totally different level. That shit is garbage next to this.
Where'd you see it?
I downloaded it.
Oh, okay, so I'll watch it because somebody was just saying in the chats that The Brutalist is now available on demand.
Okay.
which is something I absolutely 100% want to see, because
Sure.
I'm so team Conclave, because that's how we started this whole thing. Because like I've said about Ray Fiennes, we all know he's put in so many great performances over the years, but this film is so different for him because it's all he's acting with his body and his face, and you feel him so deeply in this film.
It's good. It's very good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as good as Baby Girl.
Okay.
I think it's just a step down. It's very, very good though, and the cast was amazing. Conclave, and beautiful. The whole arc of the movie.
Did you think that was coming at the end?
I think no, but the riveting moment was when he went back to the previous Pope's room and broke that seal.
Yeah.
And walked in, and that music, that was amazing filmmaking right there.
Yeah.
But it was great, but no, Baby Girl I think was better. The Brutalist I have not seen, and I'm a big fan of Brutalism and Beton Brut and all of that whole philosophy, the post-Holocaust philosophy and architecture and so on. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Not a great time to release a Holocaust type story,
right?
In the temperature we're in the world right now, but but I'll just ignore that part and just enjoy the movie. I'm sure it's great. And if it wins the award, I'm sure it deserves. I think I have it on my computer. I think I downloaded it, so I gotta watch it.
I had to cave in on him too. I can't not be Team Adrian Brody, because he was at the Passaic Animal Shelter that we did the fundraiser for, that Mimi worked at and all this stuff. And he was there spending time with all the animals who had been burned.
Yeah.
I'm like, and he just showed up there, no cameras, no nothing, no publicity. He just went there because he said, "Listen, I just want to."
He's a good man,
and
he got fucked over by that girl who married one of the Helmsworth guys. That bitch is like, she's a fucking sea creature, just going through men. I don't like her at all. I watched the whole thing about what's going on there, and he was victim of that shrew. So no thanks.
He got Helmsworth. Dean, $9.99 British pounds. That's like $100. Here we are, Dirk. More wine coming your way, baby. Cheers to everybody. Cheers, Bashers. Cheers, us. Everybody. If you gotta drink them. If you got them. Basilio, she's great. Gallery with $20. Oh, sorry, Dean. I got to give you a big bang boom. Sorry about that. I'm getting ahead of myself right now, and that's a big super chat. Let's go with.
I think you missed a guy earlier too.
I will go and see who I missed.
I was going off on
Neelius. I didn't do Neelius. Thank you so much. Neelius just came from Who Needs a Drink. Was a great storytelling episode. Might be the last one. Keep Oisín on your show. Yeah, and if he gives up that show, which don't let him do that, gang. Don't let him. Come back to Who Needs a Drink. Support your friend.
Maybe I'll do a half an hour instead of 2 hours or something.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to tell a story though in half an hour, which is what everyone was riveted tonight, because the story went on for like an hour and a half.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Neelius, here's the monks for you. Gabri says 20 euros. Thank you. How do you show your emotions when your face is all frozen with Botox? Maybe
she fucking does it. And in fact, her character gets Botox and she goes back home and her kids are making fun of her, going, "You look like a fucking clown." It's like you see her getting Botox in the scene, and then she's with her family and her kids are being all sarcastic because they're like teenagers. They're like, "Mom, you look like a fucking," like they're making fun of her because of her stupid frozen face.
Because she's got the Joker face on. It's like we were talking about last week, the guys, the New Jersey guys with the surprised eyebrows. They can't move them. They're just always surprised. Hey, good to see you.
Yeah.
And that you can't do anything. I used to have this customer at my job. She was beautiful. And she was always like this. It didn't move. So I was like, "How are you?" She goes, "Oh, had a really bad week." What do you do with that?
You can't tell.
It's a mess. You can't tell. Thank you for that, Gabriel. That's a huge super chat. Let's go. Boom. And Eddie. Oh, Keith had a good idea. Oisín, perhaps a separate channel for WND who needs a drink.
Sure.
That's a thing. Sure. You want him to go on every night of the week, though, don't you, Eddie?
Wouldn't be much of a crowd, though.
Eddie, if he does that, you have to be on every single night, okay? And support your local sheriff, my friend. And for that, I'm going to give you the cook. I decided he doesn't get enough love because nobody ever goes near him. He just gets to watch all the time. So tonight we're going to invite him to the party.
Look, Peaceful said she's not nominated. Kidman is not nominated. I can't believe that.
Are you kidding me? She wasn't nominated?
I didn't think she was, but then you said it, and I was like, okay, good. But, God,
I thought she was. Oh, you're right. She was not. You know what? That film, they had gave it a small release so it could get nominated, and she was nominated for the other big shows.
What she was here in Venice. She was staying about 60 feet from my fucking window during the Venice Film Festival. She stayed right there. She was literally like 60, 70 feet from this window for that period, because that was the film. She was here with Antonio Banderas and that young, handsome dude, whatever his name is. That was the film they were promoting. So all I could think of watching the film was like, she had to sit and watch that movie with a bunch of people in a room at the Venice Film Festival. I wanted to reach out to my daughter and say, did you watch this film? Did you go and see it at the Venice Film Festival? This shit is nuts.
Wow. But Cynthia Erivo was nominated for Wicked. So it's Mickey Madison for Honora. I don't know much about that film. To me, Cynthia Erivo, who just annoys the living shit out of me with her stupid fingernails. Carla Sofia Gascon, we all know she's a treat.
She's out.
She's out. And Fernando,
she's not getting anything.
Yeah, she's not getting anything because she's a hateful, horrible person.
They're not going to give anything to anyone in that movie, which is a shame because a lot of people worked very hard on that movie.
I think Zoe Saldana, you don't think she's going to get it?
No.
She was the odds-on favorite.
No one will get it. Will get it from that movie because the audience won't stand up and clap for that. She really pissed all. She shot the bed, that woman, all over that film. Not Zoe, the other one.
Yeah, I love her too. God, she looks so beautiful now. My God, that girl.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's amazing. Maybe the film is too gnarly for consideration. That's what Eddie says. Maybe that. You know what? The reason why I misspoke was because I remember watching the Globes.
Baby Girl.
Yeah, she was nominated for all those other ones. So maybe,
maybe it was too much.
Maybe it was too much.
I don't know. That was just very fucking psychological. I was like, whoa, fucking hell. And she was in some demeaning situations. And there was a lot of parts where I was like, man, she's aged.
Oh.
Like, there's a lot of her body parts that are like, whoa. It's like, I don't know if they pushed it with makeup.
They might have done some CGI. Because she's not even that old. Is she? What is she, about 53, 54? How old is Nick? Our Nick. Nicole Kidman. Let me see. Nicole Kidman. How old are you, Nick? How old are you, Nick? Give us she is she's 5'11. Jesus. She's 57. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Antonio Banderas is smaller.
Yeah, he's 5'9".
Yeah, he's considerably smaller than her.
But
it looks kind of, but it looks ridiculous. And it actually works perfect in the movie because she's towering. She's a towering force.
Yeah.
And he's like a director of plays on Broadway or something.
He's an
arty-farty, nice, sensitive boy.
With a scarf, a hat.
I mean, they're 19 years together, and there's a scene in the bed where she finally comes out with it.
Oh,
It breaks him in two. Like, imagine your wife saying you've never satisfied me. Like, oh my God.
I don't think that's something you ever tell somebody.
Yeah.
I don't think you do that. I think you go into the bathroom and you take care of the business. If you love somebody,
That's
I don't
what
think
she
you
was
tell them
doing
that.
for 19 years.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I think
this
that
young
most
stallion
girls
just,
would climax if that guy entered their bedroom.
yeah, right.
And so
There's a lot of
you
girls if I
banter.
can find that guy hot.
He's
But
gorgeous.
he plays not the cook, but
Yeah.
just the pathetic simp very, very well. But then he does have a moment where he explodes, and you're reminded that he's a very powerful actor also.
Sure.
You know,
He's had a couple of performances that I have always felt people have looked the other way. And don't forget, when that guy came here, he made a movie. I'm not going to remember it off the top of my head, but it was with Armand Desante, A Blast from the Past. I think it was called The Mambo Kings. Spoke not a word of English, learned it phonetically, and gave a great performance. And then, of course, along the way. And he's also a terrific singer.
oh wow,
He's got that really cool Spanish sound when he sings.
and he
He's
looks
in
nice
Evita
and
with
handsome
Madonna.
now. He's a bit beardy and a bit gray.
Yeah, he's more handsome now than he was then. He was beautiful before, but now he's a man.
Yeah.
He's a great looking guy. Everybody's always loved him. And I love the fact that Madonna never got him. She wanted him so bad, but he was married with kids, and then he dumped his wife for Melanie Griffith.
Really?
Yeah, he dumped his wife for Melanie Griffith.
Wow.
He was with Melanie Griffith for like 25 years. They have a couple of kids together.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they were together. They made a couple of movies. He directed a film called Crazy in Alabama that she was in. You know, she's a ditzy broad, but she was a terrific actress back in the day. She turns in some great stuff. She just kind of, she's another one that hit the plastic surgery really hard.
She was great in Cape Fear, remember? She was like the dissatisfied wife who's realizing that her husband and all the wealth they have was based on lies.
Right.
Her husband was a corrupt lawyer,
Yeah.
trial lawyer, criminal trial lawyer.
Sure. You know, the only guy that made it out of what was that big film that everybody made, and it was a giant bomb. It was a huge book, A Bonfire of the Vanities.
Yes.
And it was her and Bruce Willis. It was like the only person that made it out of that movie alive, because everybody's career got ruined by it.
Right.
And it was, I forget, I don't even remember who directed it, but it was a big director. I'm trying to think of, was it not Ron Howard? It was somebody really big, but I remember watching that film and thinking,
DG says Tom Hanks. Was he in that?
Tom Hanks was in it. Yeah.
Oh, he was. Wow.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Let me see.
Well, he did okay.
He did okay.
He's under fire now because in the SNL 50th, he played the MAGA guy.
He played the same MAGA guy he did in 2016. So please.
That's right. And it's a great little role. It's a geniusly written role when you think about it. The way it's written into Black Jeopardy, it's actually quite genius. And Black Jeopardy, by the way, is fucking genius.
Black Jeopardy's hilarious.
Kenan Thompson is
that guy's a legend.
Genius. Oh my God.
God, guess who directed it?
Directed Bonfire of the Vanities? Brian De Palma?
That's right.
That's what Roar of the Tiger just said. I just read it. I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian De Palma. And I've said, God, that guy. I just don't like Brian De Palma. I don't think he's ever made. The only movie he ever made that I liked was Blowout.
Now, what do you think of what happened with Spacey? Because you saw the new stuff with Guy Pearce.
I think I loved what
because you like Spacey.
I do, and listen,
you saw his comeback though.
I saw it, and I thought it was great.
First of all, he looks like a pillow. He's been eating cookies.
He's been eating cookies and probably drinking a lot of red wine.
Or whiskey or something.
Whiskey. You are not a victim.
Do you believe him?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I believe. Listen, I've met so many handsy old queens like him, and they are innocuous.
That's what Pierce says.
That's
what
he
said.
Who?
He was very Guy Pearce.
Oh, he said that. Yeah.
He said that he's a handsy guy. And he said, luckily I was 22 and not 14. That's what he said.
That's even worse that he said that, because now he's equating homosexuals with pedophiles. That's a terrible thing to do. God, that's a very, very dangerous thing for him to have said. And now I really hate him.
He felt very vulnerable.
Oh, poor you.
Yeah, on the set. Okay. Oh,
that's just... Listen, you're a 22-year-old man, and some guy, you're heterosexual, and some guy comes up to you and he makes a pass at you. You do, like the judge said for Kevin Spacey's trial, he goes, you got 3 options. Take his hand off your leg, say, no, thank you, Mr. Spacey, or you punch him in the mouth. Right. You know, you don't go home and go, I'm ruined, because that power dynamic is not there. It's Guy Pearce, like, because that was in that movie LA Confidential, right?
Right, yeah.
Please. That's not it. But for him to have said, I did not know that Guy Pearce said, thank God I was 22 and not 14. That is crossing the line where he's equating pedophiles with homosexuals, and they're not even close to the same thing.
I don't think he's doing quite that, is he?
Well, what does that mean? Why would you say that? Why would you say, thank God I was 22 and not 14?
As in, like, when you're 22, you're a bit more of a man. You can push him off. You have a bit more stature. When you're 14, you're extremely vulnerable.
Yeah, but he's
also
implying that he might hit on a 14-year-old as well. Thank God. Thank God.
What age was the guy who, with the original accusations?
21.
He was 21.
He was a bar back at a bar in Connecticut.
Okay, so you're right. So what you're saying is right. Okay.
No. He doesn't.
I didn't know. I thought the guy was like 17 or something.
The big accusation was, of course, Anthony Crap. That little...
Was he 17? Was he?
No, he was like 12. And
this is what he's referring to.
That was proven to be completely untrue, and we've already known that because they went to court.
But when he said that quote that I mentioned, thank God I was 22 and not 14, that was back when everybody thought that the accusation was real. It's an old.
This is not a new quote.
No, there's a new one now, but there's an old one that everybody's, drudged up from the past that's going around. And Guy Pearce has added to it somehow. Guy Pearce said that he made that movie with Spacey. He says, first of all, Spacey has huge charisma. When he walked into the room, when he walked on the set, he commanded the room. He was very loud and had power over everyone. And he said that he was very, very handsy and stuff like this. And then that years later, after that experience, he said years later, when he heard about those accusations, he broke down crying, going, Jesus, I know exactly what they're talking about because I did that film with him, and that's exactly what he was like with me. And I just never did anything or never said anything about it. But now I feel bad because clearly, there was somebody else that was suffering from that. That was Guy Pearce's angle.
Oh, okay. All right. So, I mean, it's nuanced, obviously. So, I don't think I'd want to be friends with Kevin Spacey because he seems like an arrogant guy. He seems like he's got a pretty big ego. I mean, he better have the biggest dick in the room with that kind of attitude, because if you can't deliver on that kind of charisma and, presence, then the jig is up, kiddos. Right. But the Anthony Rapp thing, because that was obviously proven because they said there was a party in the living room and Kevin Spacey put him in the bedroom, and turns out it was a studio apartment that he had. He had never, they even went to the apartment that he used to live in, and they found out it wasn't even an alcove. It was just a studio. And people who were at the party were like, oh no, that none of that happened. So that, but when people say, the sky is falling, everybody goes, oh shit, fuck. So people were jumping on the gravy train with that. So if he said that in 2016 or 17, then okay. So he experienced Kevin Spacey's charisma and his bravado, all the bullshit that he pulls, his big cocksmanship in the flesh, and he felt intimidated by it. Okay, I mean that can happen, especially if you're a young actor. LA Confidential, what was the 90s, right?
Brendan Boswell quite correctly says later Guy visited him on the set of another movie a year later and spent time with him after the fact.
Yeah, that
exactly what Spacey said, It's like you didn't mention that a year later, after we shot that film, you came to spend time with me. I almost felt like he was implying that Guy kind of liked him. I don't know if Guy is homosexual or not. But
No,
that
I think he
went
just
out.
meant as if he didn't like my company, why would he seek me out? Because
Right.
he said they spent time together.
Yeah,
He
why
did-
would he fly
yeah.
down and, hang out and all of that?
Wow. Gabri says that Sebastian Stan, now that guy came out of nowhere. He played Tommy Lee on a movie, and this guy's been getting role after role. He's playing Donald Trump in The Apprentice. You think he's going to get the Oscar, but I don't think so. I think if you look at the bookmakers, they're saying it's 100% going to Adrian Brody. But hey, anything can happen.
Well, Adrian Brody did a Holocaust movie, a Holocaust survivor. So that's, especially right now because of what's going on, that's definitely going to resonate in Hollywood. If APAC have anything to do with it, they're definitely going to pay for that fucker to win because that's going to resonate with them.
Right.
And the Brutalist story, which is based on a different guy, it's not based on the character is kind of based loosely on a brutalist architect that was a survivor. He was French, and he got into Béton Brut, which was based on the fact that there was just concrete and no money to build anything else.
Sure.
And
I'm a fan of brutalism. You're always like, oh.
Brutalism has its beauty and has its ugly beauty.
Sure. It's ugly beautiful. It is.
Yeah, it's ugly
like Daniel
beautiful.
Craig.
But it's also like it represents the Béton Brut movement represents in the post-Holocaust world, because the Holocaust broke the world's heart. There was no time for decorative buildings anymore. We had passed that. So Italy was left behind, Italian architecture and so on was left behind. And brutalism was hope in a world that will ultimately break your heart. That was the whole idea. That function flipped and went before form, whereas all Roman and Gothic architecture in Italy was form before function in many, many cases.
Right.
And brutalism was the opposite of that, because it was like there's no time or money or inspiration anymore to make a pretty building. We just need to make a building where people are safe. And that was the whole idea of Béton Brut.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a beauty to it, but the buildings are they're brutal looking.
They're brutal. And it's the greatest name that could have possibly happened from a person's name. Right. It's incredible. Gabri, thanks so much for that. Let's give you €5. A really good quote in here. Daniel Gutierrez says, on Fox, what are you doing watching that trash? Alec Baldwin's wife, Hilaria, defends herself against fake Spanish accent accusations. She goes, that makes me normal. She is just...
So I saw that clip. Did I share that clip with you?
Can you go find it right now?
Oh, God. There's a clip with him and the kids in the bed. First of all, the kids are just loud kids. I think the show is going to be insufferable because it's just going to be their kids. Kids get to a certain age where they have a lot to say, but they're saying nothing and they're just getting in the way. And kind, forgiving parents are like, entertaining their stupid musings constantly rather than going, shut up. Like, speak when you're spoken to kind of vibe. There's no speak when you're spoken to in that house for sure.
No.
So it just looks like a bunch of overzealous children trying to grab the camera's attention while the two parents put up with them. And that's why I think the show is going to fail, not because of Hilaria forgetting how to say tomato or whatever, or cucumber.
Cucumber. How do you say again in English? A cucumber. She just did it the other day. I mean, this woman, this is a perfect example of, and I hate this term because people use the word gaslighting incorrectly, but the true thing is that now people are trying to convince people that we really didn't see things. This bitch is from Boston. Her name is Hillary Thomas. She's not Spanish, not even remotely Spanish. Her parents had a vacation home in Spain. But she's like, oh, well, I spent a lot of time in España, blah, blah, blah. And then how do you say in English? Oh, you forgot your native language? People don't do that after they've had a fucking stroke.
I do it. I must be having a stroke all the time. I do it sometimes. But
She is just, listen, we're the biggest cheerleaders for Alec, but man, what a PW moron
listen,
he is.
I forget words sometimes in English, even on my
Cucumber?
not cucumber, but
How do you
but
say this in
I
English?
don't do the accent and I don't pretend I'm Italian. Do you know what I mean? There's a difference, but I understand the forgetting of the word because some words get mixed up in your head and you get a little confused. But you don't pretend you're. I never say, Dirk. How do you say in that language I used to speak? I don't go into that. I don't do that shit. So.
Tell me, Oisín, what city do you come from in Italia?
Dublino. How do you say Dublino again?
Dublino. She's just a nut job, but I'm afraid to watch that show. Of course, we're going. It starts this weekend, right?
We're totally going to watch it.
Oh shit! Yeah, Newman 79. Hey, Newman 79. Kevin Spacey looks like a sociopath. Wouldn't like to know him at all personally. I wouldn't either. He's put like K-Pax, of course. What's the great movie with Annette Bening? He won an Oscar. He's got two American. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
How do you say again in English? American. K-Pax is one of my favorites, and in the Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, which have you ever seen that one? It's him. He's playing himself. He's playing this repressed Southern homosexual, and it's really scary. And
Oisín, Italian women got no tita.
No, but they big
I went into a rant. I went into a rant tonight about how Irish women have no butts, but they have big boobs.
Yeah, legs and boobs.
The Italian women have the legs and the ass, but they don't have the boobies.
Sure. No, they don't have them. But that's what makes the world go around, That's why you go on vacation. Right. Did you see my new $20 chair?
Is that $20? That's a good chair for $20.
It's a $480 chair that I got on Facebook Marketplace because my new chair, the new chair that David and Julie gave me, the gas cylinder crashed on it.
Okay.
And it was just too much to fix it. So
I
was going to get a new chair. I'm totally changing the subject. But now we'll talk about big tits and asses.
American Beauty was the name of the movie.
American Beauty, of course. How do you say in English? Bella Americana.
No, Bellezza Americana.
Oh, Bellezza Americana. See.
Yeah.
So I will go on Facebook. Paul goes, look at this chair on Facebook Marketplace. So I went. It was a guy in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. I texted him because I have it, $20. I went, really? It looks like it's. He goes, I can't. I'm moving. I can't take it.
Just take it out. Yeah. It's worth it more to him that you just take it away.
Yeah.
You get it out of there. Yeah.
I had put new wheels on my old chair. So I had brand new wheels that had never been anywhere. So I went to get that chair. I was going to take a cab back. I was like, fuck this. I walked 10 blocks from the subway station to his house, grabbed the chair, dragged it through the streets of Brooklyn, got on the train. It took me an hour to get home.
In the snow?
Well, there's snow on the sides.
I thought there was snow. I thought the snow came back.
It did, but it's New York. It's in piles.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I dragged that shit through the street, and when I got it home, I just swapped out the wheels. Now I have this amazing. This chair is amazing.
The wheels fit.
All office chair wheels are a standard.
They're a standard. They just plug in. Wow, that's good to know. I
But
never knew that.
It took. I had a colossal workout because the ones that I had already put on the old chair were easy to pop in and out. But this thing, I had to use tools and all of my brute strength to get off. But it was fine. But amazing.
And now you have a very cool fucking office chair.
It's a beautiful chair.
Man, a good chair makes such a difference.
It's way fancier than my other one was a good one. But I looked this thing up because I called them. I said, guys, I can't get your wheels off. He goes, dude, you strong at all? I was like, I think so. He goes, you put it on the floor, put a pair of gloves on and just pull, which I did, and it worked. But then I saw the thing online. I was like, holy crap, $20. But that's the beauty of, it's like Craigslist, finding something on Craigslist for like $20, which is great.
Yeah. Hey, there's a whole free section to Craigslist. I know people in New York City who decorated their whole apartment on the part of Craigslist where all the shit is free. There, people are literally giving shit away because they just want it out.
They want it out. I'm gonna give shit away when we need to go do that. I'm gonna have a ton of stuff, shelving and books. What am I gonna do with the 3,000 books I have in my house?
Yeah, you can't move those. They're too heavy.
I mean, and how many albums do I have? I've got thousands.
Give them away or sell them off or something. Just put on Craigslist like 1,000 records, assortment, list a few things that are there, take a few photos, and someone will come. Some dude will come along and just grab the lot and give you a couple of $100 for it and just walk away. Yeah,
because somebody
collector.
Because somebody was asking me the other day about
John Cusack character.
Yeah, John Cusack. And I've got great shit. I've got like all the lead. But listen, I have to have a conversation with my sister Pat because a lot of the really cool vintage records I have were part of her collection. She bequeathed them to me. So I have bequeathed a bunch of them to my nephew, who's a really fabulous musician, Quinn. But I don't know if he'll want them. Like I've got all original pressings of all the Beatles and Zeppelin records. Stuff like I don't want to get rid of them. I might keep those, but I've got so much other shit. Somebody's asking me the other day though about what about all your like real stuff, like all your guitars and all that stuff. I was like, dude, container. I'm gonna have to do one of those container things.
Yeah, you might have to put a bunch of it in storage for a while you're doing the whole. Do that. You're not. You want to do it all?
I will forget that shit. Like,
oh man,
the last thing I need is to.
You'll be in the piazza and Fano going. Ma che guitarre.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab the Howard Roberts, an acoustic, and my telly, and take those with me to stay. Right?
Yeah.
Because those are the big ones, and whatever computer and shit and stuff. But I'm gonna have to send a bunch of shit. But we already discussed it, like, because we're gonna keep this place. We're not gonna get rid of this. We're gonna keep it just to make DL's life miserable.
You know what? You actually have a way to get rid of probably everything you need to get rid of, and it's staring you in the face right now.
It's called what? Matches?
No, the audience. Like
yeah.
Zep, I'll take.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You put it up on the screen and say, "Hey, who wants it? Give me $10. Give me $20, or pay for the shipping. I'll ship it to you straight away."
Sure.
And the boys might take some of the stuff.
They might. I mean, like Led Zeppelin 3 has the dial on it. The whole album is perforated, and you can spin the dial so the album cover changes. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's collectible, man.
If you're a big Zeppelin, I want to see that Led Zeppelin movie that everybody's talking about.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, everybody hears it's a big hit here in America. Everybody's going to the cinema to go see it.
Really? Wow.
Eddie says, I never got that. I don't know what they are called, but the chairs look like race car seats. Dude, this is so comfortable. What kind of chair? You know what I don't like? I don't like those office chairs that look like they should be on side of in a Borg vessel. They look like some kind of insects. Those meshy ones that look super.
They're the ones everybody wants. I had one of those had a couple of those in New York.
Yeah,
they're expensive.
They're so expensive.
What are they called? And they have the B size and the C size, and the C size worked perfect for me. And they're super fucking comfortable. They're in every studio. Every fucking control room studio has those things.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Andrew Olkovich says, I swear if I'm ever in a restaurant, Spot Baldwin and his wife, I'm sending over cucumber sandwiches. What do you say again in English? Cucumbers. That's a terrible thing. Aeron chairs. Yeah, that's what they're called. Aeron. Yep, that's right. Donald Gehring. Yep.
No, but there's a brand. Oh man, it'll come to me. Anyway, they're like $1,000. Those things.
Yeah, they're a lot of money. This thing was $479 on the website. I was like, you know what, $20, baby.
$20. Nothing wrong with that, especially when you can grab the subway. But so many people in New York live that way. Like they pick up free shit on the street. I've picked up fucking lots of amazing shit on the streets of New York City. We picked
Me
up a
too.
couch downtown. Remember that office downtown on 50
Yeah,
West Street?
sure.
With myself and the other guy, John, we were working together in that place. We just saw that couch on the street, on the sidewalk. We're like, I'm grabbing it. Let's grab it. He's like, you grab one end and let's go. And we
This is
found it was
pre-bed
beautiful.
bugs in New York, though, right?
I mean, this is no way post bed bugs, but it was leather and white, and it was cream leather office kind of thing that turns into a futon kind of situation. It was fucking great, and it became kind of a center thing in the office. So we got that for free on the street. It's just somebody dumped it.
Yeah,
the
people dump
streets
shit
of New
in
York City. It's incredible,
I've picked up lamps. Like when we first got our first apartment, we
Hey,
both got
there you go, Herman Miller. That's
Herman Miller. Oh, sure. Well, that's very expensive shit.
The Herman
Probably.
Miller. I've owned a couple of them.
Oh, you
and
have?
I got them on Craigslist for like half price for $400, because they were $800 for the C size, I think. And they were fucking amazing, Yeah.
Paul won an Ames chair at the U.S. Open like 20 years ago. We went to see the tennis match, and they had like a vintage, actual, not a repro, an actual original Ames chair. And he said, "I'm going to win this chair." I was like, "Yeah, sure." He won it. We don't have it here. It's been in storage the entire time because we've always had cats. So the last thing you want is your cat to. That chair's worth like 20 grand.
Yeah, you know,
it's insane. And he's got
and no matter what you give the cat to scratch their nails, they'll always do it on the fucking couch or the chair.
Always do it.
They'll ignore everything else.
Emmett, what kind of chair do you have? Your chair was $800.
Yeah, he probably has the Herman Miller. He has that studio thing with the mesh.
Oh, he does?
Probably. He probably grabbed the thing like what everybody has.
Oh yeah,
it's the Herman Miller. He probably has the B.
Yeah,
those things.
It's $1,000. Yeah,
they'll never. Yeah, he said Miller. He has the same one.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
Every studio has them. Every fucking control room has them.
Sure.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, they're really adjustable, and the most important thing for most people who work in a studio is this, that you don't do that, is that you've got the arms don't get in the way of you sitting in the chair and playing guitar.
Yeah, you can actually track.
Yeah, you can track
from the chair.
You sit, because everybody doesn't realize that.
And
most
then
of the
you
time.
And then you put the guitar down, and then you can sit back in it and let it float back while you're
it floats back. This does too.
Mixing or whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Those things are I just didn't. They're very big chairs though. Like this room, it's so tiny. I don't have the room for that shit. They're gigantic. Those things.
They occupy a bit of space.
They're big. They're big chairs, but they're great, and they have these such short arms, and everything's adjustable on them. That's what adults talk about. Joe LaFaro says he has a Hancock and more. I don't know what that is. That sounds fancy though.
It sounds fucking fancy. And knowing Joe, it's probably very fancy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Oof. Wow, this is like something you go to your psychiatrist with. You sit in, Joe.
Oh, seriously?
And these are these guys,
Oh yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah,
that's it's like, tell me exactly what is your problem. Why exactly? Why are you having the problems with your girlfriend? Yeah. Tell me, are you having? You're thinking about your mother in a sexual way?
Pretty sexy. I mean, that's
Yeah, those are gorgeous. That's when you go to a Upper East Side doctor's office. You see, that kind of
or a lawyer.
100%. Oh, Drew B's sitting on a Herman Miller Aaron B right now. Keep an eye out at office liquidation sales, and you can pick them up for $300.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's how I picked up the few that I had over the.
Oh, you got them that way?
The years,
yeah.
Yes.
My orange one was.
But he has the B. I had the C.
You had the C, right?
The C because it was just a bit larger. Yeah. My big fat ass,
You're Irish. Irish people never have a big ass.
Well, I'm a big dude.
Yeah, but still.
Big dude with no ass.
That's how it works. That orange chair that I had for 25 years, I was leaving Rio the first week I worked there, and an office went out of business, and they had mid-century modern chairs out on the street, and it was pouring rain. And I looked at this chair and I went, wow, that's beautiful. So I grabbed it, I took it home on the subway, and I had that chair for 30 years, and no one could figure out how to fix it because it was too old. It was from 1952. And I really love, and I got a lot of great use out of it, but I mean, you saw that you were
It
in
was
here
time
a
for a
times.
new chair.
I
I'm glad
guess
you
it
have a new one.
was.
You're gonna have to give it away though. You can't bring that shit over here.
Well,
Get
this,
something nice here.
yeah, I'll give this to somebody for free. I got it for 20 bucks.
Yeah.
Sure. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go. What's the name of that? The Italian IKEA. What's it called? You have an IKEA there. It's just got a different name. Well, they have IKEA as well.
They have IKEA.
There's a totally
What are you
different thing.
talking about? The other one, yeah.
Out on the streets for a living.
Oh, you're talking about.
I know what he's up to. I know. Truby throws these little stupid things out at me, and like I know, pal. I hear you. Yeah, like we're just gonna like that place. It's gonna be a canvas because listen, pack rats that we are, my tiny little railroad that's got 35 years worth of crap. None of that's gonna happen in Italia. None of it. It's gonna be Spartan.
The reset. Never mind Italy. Never mind moving out. Blah blah blah, and all of that culture change. Just the reset of having a blank slate again.
Yeah,
is a beautiful thing. That's one reason I like moving apartments. I like that fucking reset. I'm a bit of a minimalist sometimes.
I've never had the reset. Why? Because I've always lived here.
Yeah. You'll enjoy the reset.
It'd be fun to go like shop for a table and Italians don't usually have kitchens. Depends. Now they're doing more of that than they ever did before. But like back in the day when you got an apartment or a house, there would be just a room that used to be a kitchen. You got to put your own counters, your own stuff, all that stuff. Of course, in America, those are sold as is.
Right.
But now a lot of Italians are fitting out kitchens and selling them with counters and cabinets. But I think it would be fun to just.
It's called arredato.
Arredato, yeah.
Arredato. You get an apartamento arredato. Già arredato. Already furnished.
Oh. Does that mean with furniture too, or just with the kitchen?
Sometimes a little furniture, maybe a table, maybe a couch, maybe an armadio. How do you say armadio? No, literally, I'm asking.
Armadio is the armoire, right?
Where you hang your
closet
shirts. Closet.
It's a closet, but I think that the direct translation is armoire in French.
Sure.
Yeah, because in Italy they don't have like in America we have like you have a square room and there's a door in the room and there's another tiny little box that Europeans don't have those. They have armoires. They have
like when I was moving in here, I gave the previous tenant, I got to know her very well. She's from Lugano, and she was like, I have to move this stuff. Do you want to buy it? And I was like, hell yeah. First of all, the big bed. I mean, the bed is phenomenal. And she left her armadio, and the armadio is huge. It's the entire wall. It's got mirrors in it and everything. And it's like an amazing armadio. It's a huge, big fucking 10-foot tall thing with 10 feet by 20 feet kind of. It's the whole side of the room. I don't know how the hell she would have gotten it out of here. So I was like, I'll give you a few $100 for everything. She's like, yeah, I'll take it. I just don't want to have to deal with it. So
that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. And that's really cool too, that we're just so used to, having closet space. You have to make sure you have room for like the armadio and all that kind of stuff.
That's one thing I didn't have in the previous place here in Venice. Didn't have an armadio. There was no armadio in that place. It was fucking annoying.
And this probably has plenty of them, right?
Well, this one here now it's got the huge one.
Yeah.
That I bought from her. The previous place was like, flashy. It was a flashy Airbnb kind of thing before I took it. So it was for people staying there for a few days, not for someone living there. So it was flashy and show-offy, but it wasn't practical like this place is.
Yeah.
It's way more practical, yeah.
Ray, you know this. I like how he puts the father on your name there. That's great. I put it on
the wrong one.
Oh, is it the wrong one?
Father on the wrong eye, but that's okay. He knows.
But look at the top of your screen right now, Oisín. Look at your name on the Dirk Daily Friday Mega Bash Oisín Malley.
Oh, yeah, you got it right. Oisín, is plumbing sewage problem in Venice? No, of course not. They figured all that out
long
back
ago,
in the 60s, 70s. Yeah,
I think it was later than that because Paul said he's been going there since he was born in 65, so he's been going there since like 71. And he said I started going there in the 90s. He said in the 80s it was still pretty they were working on it. He said it took a while, but the world took a while. Think about what that city is, my friends. It's a lagoon.
there's no problem with plumbing here. So
Not now. No,
they have it all down.
I've never, ever been to Venice where it smelled. And it's when people say that, it drives me bananas. I'm like, no, that was a long time ago. Just, oh my God, New York. And I say, come to New York. You want a smelly city?
New York is stinky, way more stinky.
Worst.
No,
the only the subway.
There are certain little corners of Venice that can stink slightly when the water is low and the canals get a little dried out or whatever.
That's just low tide.
Yeah, it's low tide. It's just like being at the sea.
It smells like whorehouse.
Yeah, it's just like it's seaweed and shit like that. It's not. You're not like sewage does not go into the canals. It's been a long time since it does that. It's not a problem here.
Did I ever tell you the time that my friend took me to a whorehouse in Jackson Heights? I'm not drunk.
You probably did, but
so I have this friend. He'll remain nameless, but he's kind of a wild guy, and he's a brilliant musician. Drums, keyboards, guitar. He plays everything. He was actually in a very famous band for a little while called oh shit, I don't remember what they're called. It's the two. One guy was a big. They're two like it was kind of like soul pop. And the guy's name was Prince B, if anybody remembers what name of that band. Anyway, he was the guitar player and he played fretless guitar, which was very weird. So, but he was crazy. And I wasn't really working with Hitman anymore. We were kind of just stopping. It was the 90s. We had a break and I wanted to do something more pop. And he said, oh, let's get together in my studio. And he goes, hey, I have a cool idea. We need to loosen up. I was like, okay, because come with me. We jumped in the car and we went to Jackson Heights, which for people who don't know, Jackson Heights is kind of a seedy. It's a very Latino area, very low income area though, and it's most of the people that work so hard in New York City restaurants. Everybody I've worked with lives there, but there's an incredible amount of prostitution there. And on this place called Roosevelt Avenue, there's this stretch of streets between like 90th and 110th that it's just guys on the street going, Russian girls, Irish girls, Swedish girls, Danish girls. They're just pimping out all these girls. And of course, none of these girls are from any of those countries. So we go to this address and he takes me upstairs and I'm like, where are we going? Because it's a surprise. Meanwhile, like we never had the conversation, So he thinks he's doing me a fucking cool solid. I'm taking my bro to my favorite brothel. And we get upstairs and we walk in there and I'm, 24, something like that. And we meet this woman and she's like, oh, so nice to see you again. Come on, come into the corral, she called it. And we go into the next room and I almost passed out because this place smelled like a fish market with perfume with incense everywhere. Oh, it was the dirtiest, seediest, nastiest place. And then he goes to me, take your pick, any one of them. And all I saw was like pox.
Oh God.
All I saw was like these decrepit, sad girls that probably were trafficked and brought up here. They all looked like they were high. And I looked at him, I said, are you out of your fucking mind? And he goes, what's wrong with you? And I fucking took left and I got on the subway. But man, was that bad. And that was
There's a guy here, not here, sorry. There's a guy online who's in trouble. He's one of these guys who walks around asking people questions on the streets, on TikTok and on Instagram, and his question recently, he was asking people, what's the dirtiest country in the world? What's the filthiest, dirtiest country in the world? And it's a whole joke because it's quite comedic, actually, the videos, because 99 out of 100 people say India. Immediately they say India.
Yeah.
And it just gets really funny there. It's actually Chad. Chad is actually the dirtiest.
Oh, is that the dirt? Like they
Yeah.
did a survey and people tested it.
Yeah, it's actually the dirtiest country, but everyone on the streets without hesitation is saying India. And the Indians are really pissed off at this guy.
But you know what? At the end of the day, isn't it getting to the point where like nobody can, it's racist, but nobody can handle the truth either, because it is filthy. Because did you watch Bold and Bankrupt ever? You ever watch that guy? Huge YouTuber. He's great. He goes, I went to India, so you don't have to. And he speaks fluent Russian. He got thrown out of Russia. He's a very cool YouTuber. Mm-hmm. And he goes there and like, think about the Ganges. People are bathing in the Ganges. There's people defecating in the Ganges. And also they float their dead in the Ganges. And it's just, listen, I know that it's an emerging economy, that there's the haves and the have-nots there is extremely unbalanced. And they have the untouchables there as well. They have the shadow people that, leave because no one will ever look at them. But when you see the footage of that, I'd love to see. India is a beautiful cultural place. We love Indian food. We love all that stuff. But when you see what's going on there, it's like, man, I want to be there in a hyperbaric chamber. This shit, that looks scary to me, man. Especially because
we from the West, we have it, we're delicate next to those guys. So we go over there, we eat their food, we sit on the toilet for a week,
or die.
Or we die, get dysentery or whatever.
Because, it's like everybody who goes to Mexico, everyone I've only been to another hooker story. My old manager took me to on the south of San Diego, Tijuana. We drove down there in the 80s, late 80s, because we were looking around for a deal in LA. And he says, "Oh, let's go visit my sister and let's go to Tijuana." We went there, and he said he got us 2 beers, and he goes, "I'll be right back." And he left for an hour because he went to a prostitute. I did not get sick because I had a bottle of beer or 2 beers or 3 beers or whatever I had, and then we left. But people go to Mexico when they're Americans, they get very sick. But the constitution of the Mexican people with the water and all that stuff, they can handle it, but we can't. So it's all what you get used to. I guess if you moved there, you'd get used to it, right?
Probably. You have to get used to the tap water in different countries.
Sure.
People sometimes get the shits when they start drinking the water in different countries because their body isn't ready.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, water is, we can't exist without it. I mean,
it's a funny thing. I think I told you this story years ago when Lydia's grandmother she came to Ireland. I can't believe that happened. The poor woman. She never left north of Italy, but she came over to Dublin and spent a little time there for a couple of weeks. And we were all excited that she'd make one of her fantastic meals. And she cooked up a storm in my mom's house one time. Big pasta, spaghetti, as they say, big fucking spaghetti thing or whatever. And everyone, my brother Aaron was so excited. He's like, fucking, here we go. This is the real shit, from an old Italian woman. And everyone was loving it. And Lydia and Sabri are there eating also. And they turned to their mom. They were like, "That's not quite the same, Mama," And she said, the water's different here. It was totally the water dealing with the Irish water from the tap. She wasn't used to something in the water. It's
probably less minerality.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe less minerality. Maybe that's exactly. But she was like, "Yeah, l'acqua diversa. Like I'm not. Sure. I don't know what to do with this water here."
Well, I mean, you know how everybody, like I know you're not even a pizza eater, but you understand that like pizza in Italy is different from America. But New York pizza is considered the gold standard for the American pizza. When people try to recreate it elsewhere, it's because New York City has traditionally considered to have the best civic water in the world.
But the problem with that is, this is the conversation I had with someone years ago. I can't remember who. Every city says they have the best water in the
No,
world.
no. No.
And
I'm
every city
going to
thinks
back that
that they
up.
have the best water. People in LA think their water is
But no,
better.
they
People in
can't because they have to use water softeners.
Toronto, everybody says that their water is the best in the world. You go into Ireland, I'm sure there's tons of pride saying, "Oh, we have the best water." So I
Come
would
on, New
always
Yorkers.
hear that New
Back me
York
up.
water was the best water, and I would always say, "Well, we'll never know," because it's like the New Yorkers are going to say that. Sorry to cut you down there.
No. But I think that it's. I
Can
always
you look it
thought
up? Is there
yeah, I'm
some?
looking it up, and of course I
Yeah.
am. Because there's a difference. Like, I'll never forget the first time I ever went to Los Angeles as an adult, and I was a rocker and I had long hair. I went to my friend Peggy Donnelly's house. She goes, "Oh, the shower's right there." I took a shower, and my hair was like a brick. It was like straw, because they have very hard water in Los Angeles.
Right. The water will change your hairdo. It will. From town to town, even, not even from country to country.
Yeah. Okay.
If you look at my hair in the earlier videos of the channel, I know I was a little younger, but my hair is fluffier. My hair is harder here in Venice.
Is the water harder there?
I think it is.
I'm just going to grab this one, so we'll take a look at it. Cities with the cleanest and worst water in the United States.
Let's have a look.
Towns with the cities with the best drinking water. Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. Macon, Georgia. Des Moines, Iowa. El Dorado, Colorado.
Is that how you say it? Macon?
Oh, Macon, Georgia.
Yeah. Cool.
Independence, Missouri. That's another one, Missouri. People from Missouri. We all say Missouri, but they all say
New York
Missouri.
isn't anywhere here.
I don't see it. Towns which have the worst water.
You're just a New Yorker through and through. How can Newark have better water than New York City? I don't.
No, it's worst.
Oh, it's worst. These are the worst.
Worst. Compton, California, Miami, Chester.
Compton. Wow.
Okay, let's even go deeper.
New York isn't even in the list, dude. You're coping right now.
I'm coping totally because I just thought, you know what? I believed the rhetoric.
Yeah, you just went for it. Yeah, people say it everywhere. I'm sure my mother would say the best water in the world is in Dublin.
Yeah. Of course, it's Dublin.
Of course it is.
Can I just tell you that we just sat through the most Irishy procedural cop show. I wanted to blow my brains out, and I kept saying, God, we're 6 episodes in. Should we finish this thing? And we did. It was called The Dublin Murders.
Oh, I heard about that. I thought it was about my old friend.
It's about a bunch of kids who disappear in the forest.
I thought it was about it turns out it wasn't about me, mate. He was jailed for doing that stuff. He was burying the girls in the mountains.
Now, where was he going? The Wicklow Mountains?
Yeah.
Because I was trying to figure out the forestry when they were showing where these kids disappeared. Knocknaree, do you know where that is? Is that a real place? Yeah.
Knocknaree, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a forest there?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, that's the place where the kids were disappearing in the 80s. And it turns out at the end they suggested, are you ready for this? That it was something supernatural. And I was like, fuck off. I just sat through this crime drama for the last 7 episodes, and now you're going to say it's a forest monster? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
AP says, you heard, this is the old thing. And this is probably why I am coping, because I bought into this shebang. I heard New York City water is actually the reason to secret. That's exactly where I was going before he debunked me. Because
no, but it made
bagels and pizza.
Yeah. It may be the reason why the bagels and the pizza are great, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the water is pure and clean. It might be like a great old coffee machine. It's full of grime, and it adds a certain je ne sais quoi to the espresso. You know, it's like a little bit of filth helps with the the coffee flavor. You know, as the machine begins to corrode over years, or gathers up little old pieces of coffee residue, it gives character. Whereas a brand new coffee machine isn't. It's very surgical. And it's not. Yeah, you got to wear it in a little. Yeah. A little bit of patina or coffee is good.
What is that word for when you is it desalinate? Is that no, that's for water. When you clean a coffee machine, there's a technical name for it. You de something or other. So I did that to my
you got me right there.
Well, one of the bashers knows for sure.
Yeah.
When I bought the kit to do my machine, I couldn't drink my own coffee for about a month because it ruined my coffee. It was
probably cleaned it too much.
It took all the je ne descale. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Travis. Descale. Thank you, Vaughn.
And Panel Power got it too. Yeah. Vaughn. Everybody fucking knows these guys are smarter than we are.
That's
Miami Manny, descale.
That's it.
How do I not know about this? I'm stupid.
I bought the kit to do it.
But what is descaling?
It takes away all the lime and all the what the water does, whatever the minerality that gets caught on the elements and all
Everybody knows it. Look,
yeah, they all know it.
Ray probably has to do that on boats.
Sure, for the barnacles.
Yeah, the barnacles and all the literal scales that are all over the fucking place. He probably has to descale the whole of the boat.
Yeah. But those are living creatures. Unlike your coffee machine, those are alive. The barnacles are.
Real descaling.
Real descaling, yeah. And it ruined my coffee so badly that I would never consider doing that ever again.
Wow.
Never, ever. And they give you the kit for free. They're like, oh, no, we want you to do this.
Well, every Irish home, as you know, has a kettle. That's the center of the home. Every Irish home without a kettle cannot exist. And all those fucking kettles got very limey and grimy and scaly on the inside after the years.
Yeah, on the elements, it's brutal.
Yeah, it gets wild.
Yeah.
But then the fucking tea is your mom makes you a pot of tea, and it's like the greatest thing you've ever had. So there's a lot to be said for a little filth. Listen, we're animals built to deal with. That's why we have eyebrows and eyelashes and things. That's to keep filth, dirt out of our eyes. We're built our heads are on the tops of our body rather than the bottom to keep us away from the ground. Like we're built as creatures to deal with dirt and filth and threat and all of that.
And we've evolved,
because
we were all dead by 20.
If there's a generation that grows up in space, they'll be pathetic. They won't have that.
Can we send Elon there first?
Yeah, he can go
be
up
the
there
first guy up there. Good luck on Mars.
It'll be so hygienic and sterile. There won't be people won't develop any sort of. Why are you laughing at?
We talking about up on Mars?
No, I'm talking about kids growing up in space in the future.
Oh God, yeah, they'll
growing up on spaceships and stuff, exposed to nothing at all. Nothing. They'll land on a planet and immediately drop dead because of some basic, indigent is that what they call it? Indigent, whatever.
Indigents are like homeless people.
No. What's the word? It's late. Sorry.
No.
Any sort of filth that you ingest at all, our bodies are ready for this stuff.
Sure,
it's part of the balance.
Yeah. Well, in India and Mexico.
You were talking about the Ganges. These people are just so used to that stuff.
Used to it, yeah. Antigens.
Thank you, Carlos. Fuck me, man.
Because we so damn stupid.
Antigens.
Yeah, Wally. Jim, you nailed it. Wally, exactly right.
Wally, we'll have
best movie ever.
Yeah, we won't have any. I remember having the conversation about inoculation, and now all the words have completely gone. When you get a jab,
vaccination.
Hold
on a second. Let me pretend. I'm on the pyramid. What a vaccination might say.
But I remember having that conversation.
A thumbtack
with the doctor. With the doctor,
inoculation.
All vaccinations and the whole conversation about vaccinations, like people saying things like, don't get all the vaccinations in one day. Don't get your kid to have them all in one day because it's still so many antigens going into your body at the same time. It's too much. Sure. And she was like, they have no fucking clue what they're talking about. She was like, a dog licks your face in the park, you're actually getting more antigens.
Inoculated.
You're getting like 10,000 antigens on your fucking face, and you're going to complain about 16 that you get injected. She's like, I hate people. She's like,
I hate people
I
too.
can't live in the world because people have no clue what they're talking about.
Well,
at all. That's the frustration of medics and doctors, by the way.
What happened to me when I found my cat?
Stupid. What?
I was no longer allergic to cats after a month.
Because you developed.
Yeah. I found this black and white perfect little cat in a snowstorm. I took him home to my cat loving partner. He said, we can't have a cat. You have asthma. You're going to die. And I suffered for a month. And then guess what?
Your body figured it out because that's what your body is built to do.
Yeah.
It's the only reason we're shaped the way we are.
Imagine,
otherwise we wouldn't look like the way we look at all.
No.
Which is why you go to India and they're all gorgeous and they have big fucking bright eyes and gorgeous teeth and so on. They've built up all of this
so much immunity for everything.
Yeah.
But Joe LaFaro says, how do you say cucumber?
How do you say antigen?
How do you say in English the androgen? How do you say in English the gold digger?
What did I say? Indigen?
Indigent.
Oh my gosh. There you go, hate streams. There you go. There's a free one.
I got one
on the house.
Hold down the fort. I got to pee real quick.
Okay. Oh man, that was funny. Adapt or die, says Jim Patterson. It's so true. Indigestion. Yeah. Yeah, Dirk got past it. It's so true. Sometimes allergies, not in all cases, okay? It's pick your battles, okay? You don't want to fucking fight a battle you can't win. So if a super allergy, you don't want to go in and try and muscle through it. But certain things you probably should, and your body will just figure it out. Let me tell you something, guys. When I was 40, I went on a all-protein diet. I lost a lot of weight. I looked great. I felt great. But it was all protein. That really agrees with my system. And then I had a slice of bread. Not even a full slice of bread. And I was in pain. And I was folded over for days. And I was on the toilet. And I thought I was going to drop dead. It's because my body had lost. I'm somewhat celiac. But I can eat a slice of bread. It won't agree with me very much. I'll feel a little bloated, but I'll be okay. After not being on any sort of like complex carbohydrate for a year or whatever it was, a year and a half, then I had a slice of bread and my body was like, holy shit, you just hit us with a curveball down here. So there's a lot to be said for just muscling through, walking it off and letting your body figure it out. You go treat him well, eye bashers. The original eye basher. What are you talking about? Or I'm one of them. Anyway, yeah, that was because I used to think about that. Like, if you're gonna, get your vaccines for your kid, get them in, installments, 3 or 4 at a time. Don't shock the system. And the fucking doctor looks at me like, you're such a fucking plonker idiot. That was a really humiliating and humbling couple of years of my life. When you realize that so much medicine is invented nonsense that we get from the internet or we hear at a bar from someone. It's actually nothing to do with real science.
Have you had rubella or the measles or any of that shit? No. Because we had vaccines and guess what? We eradicated them. Did you hear what's happening now? Smallpox is coming back.
Oh, sure.
Because people don't want that. No, don't put that in my child. We all have I have the scar. We all have the scar. Smallpox eradicated the population. Oh my God, people. What's wrong with you?
So bad.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And now that guy.
Tuberculosis killed more people than anything.
TB killed my grandfather, who I never met, my mom's dad.
Really?
He was a conductor. He
That
came
was,
here from Ireland. He became a conductor on the subway
dude.
system.
It was as late as the 50s, 60s.
He
The
died
TB
in
TB killed more people than anything in the history of the world, and it stopped in the late 50s when they finally figured out vaccinations. Most of us are walking around the world today because of that vaccine. I don't know. It's just.
So my mom had a brother named James, and he died as a 2-year-old. And my mother was from immigrant Irish folks. My grandmother's from Sligo, and I'm not sure where Michael Murray was from. Kerry, if you're watching the show, tell me where he was from, but probably somewhere there in the West. And he died from TB, and the year before, their son died from mastoid. Now, do you know what that is? It's a bone in your ear that was prone to infection when we just had bad sanitary practices. He died from an ear infection.
Oh, yeah.
My uncle died from an ear infection as a baby. Because we were all nobody.
So how do you treat that ear infection now with penicillin?
With an antibiotic. The best Woody Allen quote in any film he ever made. The Belle Epoque, don't you just want to live here? And he goes, they don't have antibiotics.
Yeah.
Everybody died. Everybody was dead. It was just the way the evolution of man and science and all the things. Now why are there so many people in the world? People are not fucking the way they used to fuck. Families are not. Nobody's having 10 kids anymore. When I was a kid, right, I'm one of 7. I'm one of 9. I'm one of 12. Nobody's doing that. They're having 1.2 kids.
Let me ask you something. If you have a theory about this. So somebody came up with something earlier on Instagram. They showed a picture of that guy from, what's the old actor? He was in The Thing. He was the paranoid old man scientist in The Thing. He was in Cocoon. He had the spectacles. He's kind of an overweight guy. Anyway.
Wilford Brimley?
Wilford Brimley. Is that it? Yeah, that's exactly him. You're the best, man.
Can I tell you a funny story about Wilford Brimley?
Well, put a pin in it for a second so I can finish this story.
Go.
So he pulls up a photo of Wilford Brimley. It may be this photo. Remove that. Present a screen. Is it this photo? Oh, it's all small. Sorry. Anyway. No, it's not that photo, but it's a slightly earlier one. Anyway, he goes, this guy is 50 in this photo. and he goes,
I am 59 right now as we're speaking.
And he goes, he didn't look quite that old, but he was still pretty old looking. And he goes, he's 50. And he goes, and he shows Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Now. And he goes, this guy is 50 now. And he goes through a list of people who are 50 right now. And they all look 30 years younger than Wilford Brimley did in the 80s. Sure. Then he goes through a list of people on how they looked at 50 in the 60s, 70s, and 80s versus 50-year-olds today. And he's like, what changed? What happened in the world? That now a 50-year-old looks like what a 35-year-old used to look like in the 80s. Do we have a theory about that? Do you want to? Well,
nutrition has a lot to do with it. I don't know. I don't know. But here, I'm going to show you a picture of my favorite guy. Everybody knows my favorite guy in the whole wide world ever in the history of mankind is William Holden, who was the most beautiful man in the world. That's him at 50.
Jesus.
He was a big time 3-pack-a-day smoker, big time boozer.
Is that what it is?
I mean, it has to be, because what else could it be? Nutrition. He was rich. He was an Oscar winner. He was a Hollywood legend. He was eating in the best restaurants. He was screwing Audrey Hepburn on the side. I mean, God, wouldn't that keep you young? Audrey Hepburn?
So this is Jimmy Fallon now. That's a 50-year-old now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
I'm 51.
Yeah. Was
You know
Jimmy
what I
Fallon
mean?
younger than you? Did you hate when you find out, like, you know what? I know I'm going to be
I'm
old
fine with that.
when a president is younger than me. I'm going to be like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I saw a thing the other day. That moment you realize MILFs aren't MILFs anymore. They're just women your age.
Oh, that's a hot MILF. She's 2 years younger than you, bro. What are you fucking talking about? Stephanie? Dude, you got at least 3-4 years on her. MILF.
So what's the reason? Were people just smoking and drinking more, or what happened? Is it the water? What the fuck happened? Why are we all younger looking? That must be a weird thing if there's any sort of time travel that actually really exists. Now getting silly, okay? Sci-fi. But like that a person would go back in time from being in the future now, being in 2025 and going back to 1965 going, everyone looks so young. Like we never think about that might be their first observation. Like I was hanging around with guys my age and they all looked like they were 20 years younger.
You were, or you're this hypothetical?
I'm hypothetical.
Okay. I don't think that would be the case. In your particular case, I don't think so.
Nathaniel Hannah, $5. Biggest killer nowadays is malaria. They'll see a mention of gin and tonic with quinine in the tonic. That's why it glows in black light.
Oh.
Quinine.
I love how you say quinine. That's the Irish version. Do you know what the Brits say?
What do you say?
Quinine.
Quinine. Okay.
I mean, it's just all it is, we're all speaking the Kings. It's just variations of the above.
Sure.
Because you know what? Now with this James Bond shebang that's going on there, everyone's talking about, the Brits are all talking about Amazon. They don't say Amazon, they say Amazon.
Amazon.
All of them. All the Brits say Amazon. And I'm like, okay. So I went to go look to see if they're just crazy. But no, they talk about the river as the Amazon River. So it's just,
Sharon's 58, which I do not believe. I think you're lying.
What? And she's a grandma.
Sharon's 38. And in that photo,
can I just say, you are one of the prettiest girls I've ever seen. You are so gorgeous. My God, those eyes are just outrageous.
She's definitely not 58. My mom looks 70, but she's 82. You see, something's going on. I want to get to the bottom of it. God damn it.
I mean,
dude, you're what, 59 now?
I'll be 60 in June.
You do not look 62.
How the fuck? I remember when I knew people
You look
60.
45. You look 42, 43.
I feel 27.
Well, we all feel 27.
I mean, I don't feel any limitations on my physicality yet.
Do you get any aches, or do you get out of bed and need to stretch?
No. And my sister and my brother, because I have two sisters and a brother, and my older sister Pat is more genetically close to me because we both favor my dad, and my brother and my other sister probably favor my mom's side more. But I'm Kennedy DNA all the way, and so is my sister Pat. But my sister Pat had a situation where she had pericarditis, and that kind of fucked her up. Other than that, she's really.
Let's see. This says 47.
47.
Panel power 47.
Send us a picture. Panel power.
Look at. No, he's not saying he's 47. He's saying you look 47.
Oh, thanks, baby.
At a push.
Yeah. I need a blepharoplasty. I would love to do that, though. I'd love to get this.
I think you should be fucking happy with what you got. You're nearly 60. You look fucking in your mid 40s.
I would love to get that.
You're doing fine, man. You're doing
I would love to get that shit.
You used to smoke a lot.
A lot. Not a lot. Never like, Robbie Williams or Paul versions of it, but I did. I went through a phase where it was.
Look, Dirk looks 42, 42. Everyone's saying 42. I would have said, yeah, early 40s, the front half of 40s. And it's not just the energy. It's, hey, you look fucking good.
I mean, I don't have any wrinkles. I have no wrinkles. I just have these.
I have wrinkles.
But I also don't sleep very well. I have no problem falling asleep. My problem is going to sleep. My problem is actually leaving the chair and what I'm doing and actually parking myself in the bed. I have a hard time of actually making.
In order to get to sleep, you need to pretend you're asleep. Isn't that a funny thing? That's the thing I heard recently as well. In order to fall asleep, you have to pretend you're asleep. Isn't that weird? For a while, you have to pretend you're asleep before you actually get to sleep. It's an odd thing.
Like maybe because you and I are
drinking.
wired in a very similar way, because we were always the guy in our band that had to do the lifting, you know, like the video editing or the music shit or the.
No, everybody in our band lifted.
They did. Even Colin
Everyone
did?
was a lift. Yeah, even
he was a lifter. I don't know. I think he had a little LSS. No,
he definitely did, but he was also a lifter and a doer. Okay. Everyone in the band was a lifter and a doer. It wasn't just me.
I wish I was
just louder about it.
Yeah, yeah. Here's a great, interesting thing from James. Hey, James. You're that's a very handsome guy. You look like you could be James Bond. One reason people look
Irish.
older,
he's very Irish.
Right? Well, we've had an Irish Bond, haven't we? One reason people look older from years gone by is the fashion. Well, we know this because they all look farty. Hairstyles have changed, given the illusion. But I showed you that picture of William Holden.
It definitely contributes to it, but there's something else. I mean, yes, that picture of William Holden and the other guy, what was his name? Brimley. I mean,
I didn't say my Wilford Brimley story. You ready for this?
Oh yeah, now you have to tell the story. Yes.
So
we'll make it quick. Make it quick because we're having a conversation.
Though. I'm 18 years old, and I'm in Macy's, and I had to pee, so I go find out where the men's room is in Macy's. And I go in
making
there.
A long story. So you saw him in the fucking toilet?
He cruised the living fuck out of me in the toilets at Macy's.
Oh.
And I looked at him and I went, "Are you Wilford Brimley?" And he went like this. And he fucking took off. And it was fucking totally him. He totally cruised the shit out of me.
How did he think he wasn't going to be recognized?
Because I was very young.
Oh.
You know, like, why would anybody my age have known? Little did he know.
So he's a big old gay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Uh-huh. I don't know much about Brimley anyway.
He gave me he gave me this. He was next to me, and I was like not paying attention because that's not my scene at all. And he said but like this, and I went, "What? Huh?" And then he made sure I was aware of a particular thing, and I went, "Oh shit!" And I went, "Wait a second, are you Wilford Brimley?" And fucking freaked him out, and he took off.
People are saying you moisturize. You know what I think is some of what you have is you don't ever hit the hard booze.
No,
you don't do whiskey, you don't do tequila, you don't do vodka, you don't do hard booze. Hard booze will aid you more than anything else in the world, I think.
I hit that though. Not a lot. Yeah. Once a week with my friend.
Wine's different. It's got resveratrol and all that. Wine's different.
Yeah.
I think hard booze will aid you. Like the cognac, the brandy, the whiskeys, these are all aging elements, I think. And tequila, I'm sorry to say.
And I do use my Clarence. I use it every day.
You use your Clarence?
I do. I use it every day. Man,
what is it? I want to start using.
Okay, so I suggest
you're an inspiration.
Please go on this, man.
Okay.
Let me get my face out of the way so there you go. It's the Haute Exigence Jour SPF 20, which is great. Listen, I know you tan like a motherfucker, and I can tan pretty well too. And you live in Italy, but you are Irish, my friend. So you definitely need an SPF. It really does help. And it's really great, and it smells.
You wear that every day? Do you put it on
every morning after my shower? I have my coffee, and it's not in the bathroom.
There you go. Everyone in the audience, you've seen it here. You heard it here first. That's the product we all need to be on.
So that when
we're 59, we look like this fucker.
I go like this, and this is where I put it. I don't put it all over my face. I put it here. I put it here, and I put it here. And that's it. And I do it. It's in my studio because, after I make my coffee, I come in here to start whatever I'm going to do. And I just have it on my desk. So after I'm done with my showering and all that stuff, I have my coffee ready. I just take that up. I take a little bit, the T-zone. This is called the T-zone right here.
Yes.
And I put it in there, and especially here because that's where you're the most expressive.
Yes.
I do have this line here.
Yeah, I've got two big fat ones, right? Look at mine. Are deep.
Yeah, but you know what? that's also those kind of lines, like the guys who have the straight lines on their forehead. I think that's very attractive.
Because it makes
You
you
don't
look
want to look
serious.
makes you look serious, like
But
you're
I don't
about
like
to
the
commit serious
cracking.
business.
I don't like the cracking.
Well, the cracking you can fix with the Clarence.
With the Clarence.
Yeah, it'll work. It's really
All
great.
right.
And it's beautiful stuff. It's really not expensive. I think this is like $30-$40. I don't even remember.
Bill Burr had a whole comedy thing that he did in one of his sets years ago about like, why don't men moisturize? Women like
It's
cop
gay.
onto moisturizing in their 20s, but like men just ignore moisturizing their whole
Why don't
life.
you suck my cock while you're fucking moisturizing? You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's like guys are like, moisturize. Okay, while you're down there. You know, it's certain things. Most men nowadays, you know, hopefully we've evolved away from that. You want to look as good as you possibly can for as long as you can. My dad never drank hard booze. My dad did have an alcohol problem for many years, which he resolved.
Mm-hmm.
And he only drank beer, but it did get to be a problem for him.
Okay.
When he was in retirement. And my dad died in his sleep at 94. And he still looked, my dad was 94. He probably looked, if we were going by the Wilford Brimley barometer, my dad looked 60.
Wow.
You know, because he didn't look that old.
He didn't touch the whiskey or the brandy or anything.
Never touched a drop of hard liquor in his life. He's like me. Never.
Yeah, the hard liquor.
I tried bourbon. Ugh.
Yeah, I truly believe the hard liquor is an agent. You know, it will age you.
You know, it also could have to, you know, listen, it has to be a case by case basis because, like Jocelyn Bitten.
The sun will age you, right?
Oh, the sun will destroy you.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who hangs out in the sun too long, you know, for your bain de soleil tan, you know, all the people that used to use olive oil back in the day.
It's funny because when the sun hits Italy now in a couple of months, I'm gonna look younger. Why? Because it'll you know, it'll hit my skin and I'll get rosy and shiny.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll actually, during the winter, I look a little older than I do in the summer because in the winter I'm in the cold and I'm smoking and I'm boozing and I'm, you know, in the summer I'm out in the air and the sun is hitting me and I'm getting glow. So I start looking a little younger in the summer, but I know then I pay the price then in the winter because I've aged my skin because of the sun.
Do you throw an SPF into that equation?
I need
enjoy all the benefits.
My Clarence. I'm just gonna go nuts.
And it doesn't even have to be Clarence. Listen, it's very is whatchamacallit still open or did they close?
Wow.
That amazing department store in Venice.
No, they're still open for a while.
They're gonna definitely have this. Go stock up on this shit.
I'll just order it.
You can order it on Amazon. On Amazon. On Amazon.
On Amazon.
My neighbor of Jocelyn, hello, darling. My neighbor, can I tell you something, Jocelyn? After last night's show where I did a whole big perfume show, and it was really a great show. We had a great time. I had to open up my windows because I have a green screen back here. So I had to open up all my windows because I sprayed so much fragrance in this room. It smelled like a laboratory. My neighbor the stuff that she sent me was just Jocelyn, you are an amazing human being. Thank you so much. My neighbor is a little French woman. She smokes and drinks like a fiend. She's 97 and looks 65. I think it has a lot to do with your genetics too. My grandmother died. She died. My dad, who was 94. My grandmother was 101, and she had a Tullamore Dew, 2 fingers of that. 2 fingers of that, and then she smoked a half a pack of Golden Lights. Golden Lights before she went to bed. Yeah. Don't take your cigarettes away from those.
Order from the Clarence site, free samples. Okay. Ooh. All right. Thank you, Sharon. Ooh. You know what I got? I'll show you what I got. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, go. Listen, I was introduced to cosmetics as a young musician because I was in a hard rock band. And, you know, while we didn't wear makeup per se, we wore makeup. But we didn't wear makeup on stage and stuff per se, and hair products, and we didn't have the big poison spray. I learned about that, and also probably because I knew a lot of gay folks that turned me on to hair care. I was one of the very first people who had this thing called a PPID from MAC Cosmetics, and it was for insiders in the industry. So there was a place on Gay Street and McDougal Street called, not McDougal, is it McDougal? Christopher and Gay. And there was the very first MAC store. MAC Cosmetics is a titan of cosmetics now. And a lot of my friends worked there, and they turned me on to some great things, tints, SPFs, moisturizers, all kinds of great things. And that's where I learned that when I was probably 16, 17 years old. So I've always felt like skincare was a part of my world. I think, a lot of people who don't know about skincare and don't find out about it until later. Listen, there's not much reversal you can do, but you can certainly maintain and you could certainly prevent. That's for sure. There is some reversal that is available. Obviously, there's products out there right now like hyaluronic acid. And Dana O'Malley sent me some hyaluronic acid. I had a couple of lines here that I did not like. She sent me some hyaluronic acid, and I started using it every day. And you know what? It disappeared. So there is a way around that. It plumps your skin. It makes it, it gives it a little bit more elastin. So it's pretty great. Vaughn says, my fragrance is Chanel Blue. I am after Hermes H24 car. I love Chanel Blue, and I think it's beautiful. I'm a big fan of the House of Chanel, except for Egoiste, which is way too, I don't know what the hell that is. I don't get that at all. Obviously, I talked about Paul's penchant for Antaeus, which is mesmerizing, and it smells great on a man. That should be the tagline for Antaeus. Smells great on a man. I've never smelled the H24 from Hermes, but I'm sure it's pretty great. Oh, Nathaniel, do you wear that? Le Lion de Chanel? Fuck, that's magnificent, man. That stuff is magnificent. Of course you wear that. You wear that? Man, that's Chanel, but it's a totally other level of Chanel's fragrance line, Le Lion de Chanel. It's amazing. Amazing. Man, Miami man. Hey, Miami Manny. Great to see you, buddy. Jocelyn Bittenbetter. Great. I'm taking Monday and Tuesday off, so looking forward to a long weekend. How about you? It's nice to see you on the chat. Do you guys know each other in real life? Do you know each other in real life? I'm jealous. Can I say how jealousy I am? Oh my God. Panel Power. Cosmeceuticals are the modern snake oils. I totally don't agree with you. I've tried it. It doesn't work. I don't know. Nathaniel, that's what you smelled on me last weekend. Oh, shit. So when I went to dinner with him, I went, oh my God, what the hell is that?
Where'd you guys go to dinner?
We went to, do you want me to tell you the name of the restaurant?
Oh man, you don't have to.
We went to a restaurant on the west side called Malley, and it's one of his favorites. He goes there a lot.
Nice.
And we drank Chateau Margaux de Margaux. Remember the purple label we used to drink on Center Boulevard?
Sure.
So, you're wearing that. He's wearing Le Lion de Chanel, which is fabulous, man. That shit's nice. That's can I just say this? That's cunty, baby. That's really cunty. Gotta say, not shocked though. Sharon says Clarence Hydra Essential has hyaluronic. Yeah, that was my mom's favorite, Sharon. She loved that the Hydra Essential. It's great. Yeah, Clarence is beautiful. It's real science. It's not just snake oil. I understand why you might think
things are probably aging me, these Toscanos.
Yeah.
So I'm I got the beef tallows.
Oh, you got it.
Beef tallow.
You're just putting beef fat on your face. So I mean, there's got to be something to that.
And then people are saying you mix it with
olive oil,
beeswax.
Oh, beeswax, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, beeswax, and you were a gym rat, so you know all about like the bee pollen thing. How that was such a big thing in gyms and how it regenerates cells, and that looks good. What do you think? Have you been using it?
In the past few days.
Okay, so see, you started a beauty regimen. Fantastic.
I'll do my T.
Your T-zones, baby.
T-zones.
Yeah. Yeah, you're already, like, you don't even need that much. You need it to be transparent.
I'll rub it in.
Yeah, rub it in. Because the stuff with that is, you want to be able to go out in public afterwards and not look like a total whack job.
No, I'm not going to go out like this. I'll put it on before I go to bed.
Yeah.
rub it in. I don't know if it's gonna work. Now I want your Clarence. That's what I want.
Yeah, it's good. But Malley C says beef tallow, castor oil, and frankincense essential oil. Which Malley C, I use the frankincense essential oil, and I love it. Thank you very much. I love
This
it.
is something I do a lot of the time when I have something on my hands, like grease or anything from food or whatever. This is what I do because I've got such thick hair. I just put it in my I use my hair to dry off rather than use like some kitchen roll.
Dude, I put olive oil in my hair every
My
single
hair is
day.
indestructible. It's not going anywhere.
Right, it's not.
My hair will be there after I'm dead.
Yeah.
It'll just pick up and walk away. Like there's the men fight with their hairline and their hair. This shit ain't going. It's the same as it was when I was 20.
Right.
I'm very lucky.
And mine's not either because I wear this hair system. You know that, right? That the hate streams say that I have a hairpiece on.
Really?
Yeah.
The hate streams say that I dye my hair, which I think is hilarious.
You don't, because in real life, when you see you in the street, you can see all your grays. I dye my hair, and I admit it.
You can see it on my TikTok posts and all.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I think it's just the light in this room. I think it just doesn't pick it up. So they think that I dye it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they think a lot of stuff.
Curly says, wow, Dirk's new hairpiece is looking pretty good right now. I'm like, I think it's really funny though, because
I look shiny. I look shiny now because I put that shit in.
Well, you got to be
shiny with the Clarence.
The Clarence doesn't do that. I just put it on my face. Look, it didn't do it to me. Look, but I also use a couple other things too. Like, listen, I'm not stupid.
What do you use? What do you mean you use a couple of other things?
Do you want to see what I use? I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Let's see. I want to know a secret. God damn it. The gays, they know more about everything. We heteros, we need to learn from the gays. They have secret weapons. Beef tallow, castor oil, and frankincense essential oils. Wow, Malley C. I should probably just drink more water than I do. I don't drink enough water. Water is... During the summer, I drink a lot more water, but I know people who always have a big bottle of water next to them at all times. I would never be able to do that because I'd be constantly running to the toilet. I wouldn't be able to exist. I wouldn't be able to speak to anyone. I'd have to constantly run off to the bathroom. But I think what you put into your body is more important than what you put on your body. So if you have a good balanced diet with plenty of roughage and you drink a lot of water, it'll show in your complexion. But maybe I'm wrong. So let's see.
Okay, so the first thing I use is The Ordinary.
What the fuck is this?
Now, Dana O'Malley turned me on to this. It's an eyedropper. And basically, actually, obviously, you can see I need a new one. And basically, what this is a little bit of hyaluronic acid. I use it for under my eyes.
Okay.
And that's really nice. I use that. I also use this stuff, which is 100% concentrated caffeine solution. Now, what this does is...
So you're not just drinking a lot of caffeine, you're actually putting
I'm drinking a ton of caffeine. So I just basically take this and just do my whole entire face with this shit. And it makes your face feel really taut. And it's really, really great. Now, I don't use this very often, but I have an entire bottle of hyaluronic acid. It's blue, so it's not going to come out very well. But that's what this is. And then when I'm done with all of that shit, now this is not what I walk out on the street with, because on the show, I clean myself up, make sure my hair looks nice, make my skin look nice. I use an illuminator, and this is by L'Oreal. I generally use the one by MAC Cosmetics. And basically what this is I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull a little bit of this out and show you what this does for people on TV. And this is what it does. Ready? So I've got some of this on my finger, right?
Yeah.
Basically what this does. See what it does?
Oh.
See what it does?
Oh, shit.
It illuminates your skin. It's not exactly makeup. It's an illuminator. It has a slight tint to it. But what it does is it just gives you it defines the angles of your face and your nose to just make you look really super even on camera. So I do use that stuff.
Wow.
I don't use that. I mean, I don't use that every day, but like if I'm like in the mood to like feel like I'm looking like shit, I'll fix myself.
Top Dog says coffee shrinks your face wrinkles, makes it tight. So I guess that's what it's doing.
Caffeine is an amazing thing, man. Travis says he drinks a pint of water with every neat alcoholic drink. That's smart. It's very smart. You go to Italy and you have a cup of a double espresso. They always give you a glass of water to go with that.
Yeah, always. Drinking water, I think, is probably the best thing.
Well, sure. I mean, it definitely is, because it gets to the point where, like you drink too much caffeine, you are really going to be dehydrated. It's very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous. It's dangerous. Fawn says, Dirk bought the kit. Nah, I'm like, listen, I know people who have a whole beauty regimen in the morning. I don't. It's 2 minutes and I'm in and out the door. But
I just do it before I go to bed.
That's great too.
So
you should wear a night cream.
Yeah. Well, this is my night cream. I guess.
Do you sleep on your back or do you toss and turn?
I toss and turn.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Because people who sleep on their stomach generally tend to wake up with body creases and face creases. But people who sleep on their back, they're kind of mummified, which is really great.
Mummified.
Yeah, it's great. Because I don't move when I sleep. I fall asleep. I'll fall asleep on my stomach, but I'll wake up on my back. But I've been told by one observer, that I don't really move when I sleep. I fall asleep, I'm out like a light, and then I wake up. So, but I do turn over once. And then, when I had Laverne in the house, I slept on my back the entire time because she had a particular sleeping style where she wanted to sleep in between my legs. Like she like a crevasse in the blanket. Sure. So I wound up learning how to sleep on my back, and I like it that way now. And it's also, you get a better sleep when you sleep on your back.
Really?
You really do. You get a deeper sleep, a more nourishing sleep, a more.
You always get that kind of sleep when you're in the hospital. If you're in the hospital for anything, like you got an operation or whatever, many times you're on your back, you can't move because you got, whatever operation or whatever, you can't move.
Yeah.
I've had various different operations, whatever, broken shit and whatever. And you're stuck on your back. There's no turning on your side or trying to get comfortable. You're stuck lying back the way you are, and you have to go to sleep that way. But you do sleep well.
I mean, luckily, I'm going to knock on wood here because I've never been in the hospital, and I hope I never. I mean, obviously, probably at one point I will. But after spending the last couple of months
you never slept over in a hospital? In a hospital bed?
No, I've slept in a hospital chair, like
next to someone else.
Yes, I've never been admitted to a hospital.
Oh man, no, I've been admitted many times.
No,
various different ailments.
I hope not. I mean, you had emergency appendectomy, right?
I did, and I had. One time my arm needed to be reset. It was broken. They needed to go in and reset the thing and push the femur together or whatever. Is this a femur? I can't remember. And anyway, they had to hold my arm like up high.
Femur's in your leg.
Sorry, that's in my leg. What's the one in the forearm? Whatever it is. And
that bone.
That bone. And they had to fix it. So the arm was kind of stuck in the air in its harness. So I literally couldn't move. I was stuck like that, for a few days.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, that sucks.
I've had various. I spent plenty of time in hospitals.
In Ireland, in America, ever in Italy, though?
In Ireland. In America, I don't think so. In Italy... No, probably. I've been admitted. You were on the phone to me last year when I was in there.
I know that.
But no, I don't think in Italy. I don't think so. But definitely in Ireland. As a youngster.
You were a youngster. Did you get these super chats? Eddie, $5. Oisín, it's better. It's because if bottled water, we drink more water now than ever. Do you think that's true? We drink more water now than ever.
That might be, and I think that's something I have to step up I think I
we
need to
all
start
do.
drinking a lot more water.
I don't think so, Eddie. I think we drink less water because you know what? At one time, there was only water. We didn't have tea and coffee and Pepsi, and we didn't have any iced tea. That's the last 150 years. Tea, of course, hot tea and coffee. But like all these pop beverages and things that we bottled things, people drank water before, didn't they?
Humorous radius. Thank you. The
Humorous,
humorous
of
and the
course. The
radius.
humorous, right. Eddie, I'm
The
going to give you a
arm
big bang
fiend.
boom for that. Thank you, Eddie. And then Nathaniel Hannon at 44, my parents were gray and dad was losing his hair. The difference, they had okay, so stress. You're saying the stress of the big brood.
Stress
Now,
will age the fuck out of you.
if I could pull up
Yes.
a picture of my nephew Michael, so my older sister Pat, she's got 10 years on me. She had kids very young. So she had twin girls and my nephew Michael. He was born in 1980. And he is now a dad of 4 kids. And he's a lawyer and he's fucking 6'5". He's the kid's one of the most amazing guys I've ever known. He's smart, he's funny, he's got the best sense of humor. He looks like a movie star. Right. So, and he is now he's born in 1980, so that makes him 45? Right? Yeah.
80.
Makes him 45.
Yes.
And that guy looks like a movie star. You know what he loves? He loves scotch. He loves his whiskeys. He doesn't smoke or any of that stuff. I don't know whether or not my nephew Mike loves a great cigar. He might. Mike watches the show from time to time. I don't know if Mike, do you smoke cigars? Or Jewel or Chris or whoever's around? I mean, that's a guy, and he's a big man. He's 6'5". He's a big, tall guy. He looks, if I was to guess his age as a completely unbiased person, I'd say he's probably 30, 31. So I don't know if I buy that. He's got 4 kids and they're nuts. Like his kids are crazy. He's like Alec Baldwin. The kids are all over the place, and they went through a traumatic, I'm not going to say what it is, but they had a really rough year. Like in the last 2 years, they had really some bad shit happen to them. So like there's stress and all that stuff. But he looks amazing and his skin is great. So I don't know. I mean, this is baffling to me. You brought it up. You said, what is the reason for it? Nathaniel said, everybody's chimed in and said what they think it is, but I don't think anybody's right. I don't know what the answer is to that. Fluoride in the water, or who knows what the fuck it is.
Yeah, because it's a general movement. It's a general fact across the board that people just look younger.
They look younger. I mean, that Jimmy Fallon picture and that picture of William Holden, who was so incredibly handsome, he looks decrepit at 50.
Yeah.
What happened to people? I don't know. It's a very interesting thing. And Nathaniel will give you a big bang boom for that. Let's give you the cook. And the beautiful Andrew Walkovich says, Canadian $5. Are you moisturizing right now?
Yeah, I'm putting it on my hands.
Ah, the boy. Don't be shy. Upvote and subscribe. Also eat properly, and moisturize.
Moisturize. Drink water.
And drink water. I know. Do you like water?
No.
Me neither. It sucks. Super chat. I love a great bottle of San Pellegrino.
Sure.
I love a great super frizzante. Like we're sitting in the piazza and we're having some cocktails and somebody pours you a gorgeous glass of super mineral water because it just tastes better. Regular flat water. The only time I ever drank that was in my 110 degree yoga classes. Because you're like, if you don't drink that, you'll die. Look at him moisturizing.
Yeah. Just get myself a little moisturized stuff. Why not?
Travis says, when you look at the average person in their 50s now versus the mid-century, yeah, it's totally true. Fluoride is a neurotoxin. Is that right? I mean, When's the last time you had a cavity? When's the last time anybody you know ever had a cavity? I don't know anybody with cavities. I don't know. Sharon says, my Clarins Red Jar Moisture is $170 in Canada. Mine was certainly not that, honey. Should I look up what this costs? Hot Exigence Sure 60. Hold on. Hot.
All that stuff is cheap over here.
Hold on. 20.
I'm putting bees, wax.
Okay, it's $51 in America.
51. Gee, everything's so far. All that stuff is so
Okay, let me go on Amazon.
cheap.
This shit lasts on 1.7. Is that how many ounces this is? 1.7 on Amazon. Ooh, it says currently unavailable on Amazon. What the fuck?
They just sold out.
Hold on, let me go on Clarence. Let me go on Clarence. They don't lie. Clarence doesn't lie. I go to Bloomingdale's and get it. And like, I'm the worst guy in the whole wide world because I don't ever say, I just hand her my card and go, thanks so much, Yoli. Like, I don't even look to see what I know. Like, that's very stupid. I know. Oh, it's 155? No, that's not the same stuff. Cream Hot Exigence. Oh, shit. It absolutely 100% is. Wow, that's $155.
Clarence, what's it called?
Creme Hot Exigence Jour SPF 20 multi-intensive.
Exigence.
Shit. Wow, no matter I look. No.
Here it is. It's $49.50 here.
$49.50. I swear to God, this was like less than $50 here in Bloomingdale's. I mean,
how long does that last you?
I mean, I've had it's small, but I've had this bottle for 6 months. I don't know. It's you know, there's a lot in there. This is probably another 4.
Is this it?
No. That's the Massiveld Advanced. That's different. That's totally different. This is the Haute Exigence Jour SPF. Yeah. Just type in. Are you on Amazon? What are you on?
Cream. On Amazon IT. Italia.
Risultanti. It's hilarious.
I don't know. Where is it? Is it not here?
No, I don't see it there. But are you not? But did you type? Let me see what it. Oh, no. You've go to the top. See where you wrote exigence?
Yeah.
Write EXI. GENCE.
Exigence.
Yeah, exigence.
And C.
EXIGENCE. That's correct.
It's coming up with the same stuff.
Oh, I don't see it. I don't know. I'll find it and put it in the mail.
Yeah. Or just find me that.
I mean, there's no way. Clarins is a European company.
Yeah, of course.
It's not like...
And they're all obsessed with shit like that over here.
Sure. I guarantee you walk over there and they... Oh, wait. Is that it? No, that's not
on the right.
It should have a silver cap with a white top.
Dang.
And that's on Amazon, huh?
Yeah. Let me look at the Clarins site.
Let me go to...
Clarins?
Let me go to the
Sito Ufficiale.
Yeah.
I've gone over to their actual site. Rifiuta tutto. Allora, qua.
Yeah, I'm looking on the Amazon site and I do not see this. I'm on the IT site.
I'm on Clarins right now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
So skincare.
Yeah.
Corpo Viso, we want the face.
Yeah. Body cream, yeah.
And we want the night treatment, day treatment.
You know, I don't know what
booster.
Can you, is there? Look, Chetka, look for type in hot exigence, HAUTE exigence, exigence, EXIGENCE.
Exigence.
Yeah.
Jones.
Get out of here. See
I
how
mustn't be right now.
I like how they apologize, though. It's awfully nice of them.
I'll just put it in hot. No, nothing comes up in hot.
No, huh?
No.
How about super restorative day? Oh, it's a day cream. Okay.
It's a day cream. So skincare,
Yeah.
trattamento giorno.
See.
So that's daytime treatment.
Yeah.
Is that it there?
No.
This one? No.
No,
With the
it's
pomegranate.
red with a silver cap. See that bottle right there? That looks great, but it should have a silver top.
Vedi di più. No.
Huh.
Oh,
Is it for
vedi
the
di più.
American market? Is it for American people?
SPF 15.
This
Is
is
this
SPF
it?
20. No. Oh, whoa. Oh.
Restorative day
Okay.
cream.
That's along the same lines.
Lifts,
Yeah.
replumps, and targets
Yeah,
wrinkles.
that's along the same lines.
You want 129 bucks for this shit?
This is different from this.
They know how desperate we are.
Because there's a lot more sun over there for the Italian market.
Yeah, the Italians are like fucking leather. Come September,
Yeah,
every
it's
Italian
leather.
looks like a piece of wood.
It looks like
walking
a
around. A
Florent
wrinkled piece of wood.
Marchetto Firenze de Cuoio.
Yeah, you go over to Lido and it's like the women just like,
Yeah.
I don't know what they look like, lizards or something.
I mean, I've never seen more lizard people than the people that stalk the leather markets in Florence. Because it's all fucking everything about that whole town is leather.
Look,
even the people.
Sharon's Clarence is 170. Dang.
I mean, this particular one, Sharon.
This tallow stuff was only 16 bucks.
Well, because it's from the byproducts from the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, right. And it's got bee wax.
Think about where all that shit comes from. Think about all the byproducts to get out of the meat market.
Horse heads,
the inside of horns, tallow. Just the word. Look up the word tallow.
Look, Top Dog says that's what I'm looking for. So this is what I need. 130 lids. All right, fine.
Wait a second here. Multi-intensive giorno to DTP di pelle. It's not the same,
all the
but
types of skin.
Yeah, it's all
SPF 15.
This is not the stuff.
It's super restorative day cream.
Yeah, so mine says that too. Super restorative day cream, broad spectrum SPF. I'm not saying that this is the best one that I have. Here, let me show you this up close so you can look.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
See it? Oh, sorry. Let me get my face out of the way.
Yeah, Sharon says that's the one as well. This is the one I should be getting.
Okay.
All right. Aggiungi Carello.
129 balloons for that, huh?
Yeah. They're not fucking around, these guys, are they?
I mean, yeah, you probably need 15. 20 is overkill, I think.
Well, this is 15.
Yeah, 15 is good. This is 20. This shit's 20. It smells so good. You're also getting addicted to the smell. It's beautiful. It smells so great.
I'll go ahead with that later.
Yeah, you deal with that.
It should last a year, really?
Yeah. It's a year. This is a year.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's worth it.
Yeah. I don't remember when I got this, but there's a lot left in here because I generally dig into the center. There's definitely at least, I probably bought this in September. I definitely have enough till September. The entire sides are still full. Yeah. You take this much. That's it. That's all you use. You take a little tiny amount. Do that. Do this and do that. And that's it. You're done for the day. I did it twice. So I used 3 days worth today for the bashers, but it's fine. Yeah. Because it's great. And I'm not paid by Clarins, but I've always thought this was a great company. Not only did my mom swear by it, my mom looked amazing for 87, but Rose, who's now 87, she's always used Clarins. My Christmas gifts, I go to Bloomingdale's, I meet Yoli, the crazy loud Israeli crazy bitch from from Tel Aviv who's been worked in Bloomingdale's for 50 years. She goes,
Mhm.
"Oh my God, he's Dirk and Mr. Kennedy. I got Rosie's shit. I got your mother's shit. I got it all ready to go." And she'd disappear, come back with 2 bags for me, and she goes, "And then this is for you." And in the bag would be this and like the day cream and the hand cream. She would give me all these, because when you if you go to a cosmetics place, you buy a bunch of shit, they give you tons and tons and tons of samples.
Yeah.
And she'd give
I've
me
seen
stuff,
that.
and I got addicted to stuff. Like I used to be addicted to Kiehl's, which is like the men's place for men to go for shaving shite. Because I'm a manly man with a thick, grizzly beard, and I've got hair on my chest. Yeah, right. Give me Kiehl's.
Sure.
That's the crap that they market to you. And I realized that it was nowhere near as good as Clarence. So Clarence, I kind of swear by that company. It's pretty great.
Why are people going crazy about beef tallow? What the hell?
I don't know. Because it's old fashioned.
It's a craze.
Well, what do you think?
Look at the beef tallow. Just that's the pure beef tallow.
Because it's fat.
It's just fat, right?
Yeah, it's fat. What did they use before there was, modern, manufacturing? People used beef tallow. They used whale oil. They used blubber. Don't forget, we used to hunt whales for candlelight and lanterns.
Yeah.
Tallow was a great way to apply fat to places where you were losing your elasticity and all that stuff. So,
okay.
And not that it didn't work. It probably did. They figured out a lot of shit. Look at the way they discovered champagne all those years ago.
By accident.
By accident. Those crazy monks.
The bottle started exploding.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's happening?
Yeah, what's happening?
They figured it out. Yeah.
They figured it out. A bunch of monks, and now who benefits from all that? We do.
We do.
I can't even tell you the last time, because do you still enjoy a glass of champagne?
Sure.
So do I. And I think it's the greatest buzz anybody could ever have.
2 glasses.
Two glasses of champagne trumps every single. I hate the fact that you can't even say that
You
anymore.
get a little dizzy and you get a little.
Yeah. It makes you feel sexy. It makes you feel a little bit horny. It makes you feel like you want to be part of the game. Whereas no other liquor does that the way champagne does it. But after 2 glasses, it's over.
Now you can't go any farther. Then you get stupid.
You get stupid and
Sloppy.
people pass out and they're like, I fucking hate you because you're a dick.
Yeah. Lots of that.
There's lots of that, but that's a shame. Crazy stuff. Rendered fat, says Panel Power. Panel Power. So Panel Power is an Irish guy who speaks Italian. You know who he is, right?
Panel Power, yeah. I've seen him around.
Yeah. He speaks fluent Italian. But he's Irish. It's going around, so I hear. Panel Power also says the fluoride added to drinking water is a toxic byproduct from the pesticide industry. They used to have to pay to dump it until they figured out how to sell it to governments. Okay, that's interesting. I'll have to find out more about that. Sharon says that Shania Twain, who we all love, uses bag balm. It's used for cattle udders, lanolin, and petroleum. Her skin is beautiful. I mean, I think she has gone a little too far with the appointments with the plastic surgeon. She does not even look like herself anymore, and she's so beautiful. But lanolin is a byproduct of sheep, right?
Isn't?
Yeah, isn't lanolin like
I'm learning so much tonight.
I think lanolin is a byproduct of some kind of
I learned descaling. I didn't know about descaling.
Lanolin is definition. I think it's from sheep. Lanolin is a waxy substance derived from sheep's wool that's used in cosmetics, ointments, and other topical products, right? Now, this is like beef tallow. Lanolin and beef tallow are in the same ballpark, right? Because back in the day, I'm sure Ray'd be out there shaving his sheep, and he'd have all this oil on his hands. He'd go home and touch his missus, and she'd be like, "Oh my God, my skin looks so gorgeous. Why don't you sell it down at the market, please, Ray Raphael?" Go down to the market. Have you not? Oh
Every
my God.
time you touch me, I look gorgeous.
Right. Have you not?
Ray.
So me husband, he touched me after he was fussing with the sheep. And the next thing you know, I'm 20 years of age. He was fussing and tussing with me. And I was like, no, lay your hands off me. You've got three children ready. Three's enough. And the next thing you know, I'm like a gorgeous schoolgirl.
Jesus Christ. Three's enough.
Three's enough. You've got 3 gorgeous daughters. It's enough. And look at me now. I look like a schoolgirl. It's all from the lanolin from the ships. That's hilarious shit. But that's what people did back in the day. You know, it was all hocus pocus. Like Panel Power said earlier about like snake oil. Yes, of course, there's so much snake oil in the world for so many reasons. Of course there is. But there is science too. And I'm a big fan. I am such a big fan of real science. About like great perfume houses, great fragrances, great manufacturing of great products. But then there's a load of shit out there too. There's a lot of snake oil out there. Most of it's called politics.
I mean, I always thought these kind of skincare products and so on, they were just bottled really in fancy bottles. And
well, yeah, you know, there is that.
It was just marketing, and
now,
basically it was essentially the same garbage.
90% of it is. You're right. You're not wrong. You know, like, oh my God.
I was with that girl, that skincare girl, remember?
Yeah,
from Staten Island, and that was her job. I used to ask her, because that's how they used to make money. They'd have people come in for skincare, and she'd do the whole thing with the lights, you know, the lights that flash, and put them on your face and all that. And then she'd sell them products. She'd like be talking to these women, and she'd get into the whole, you know, she's so New York, you know, she'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe your grandson did that to that girl, or whatever, you know, this get into this fucking whole conversation.
Do you want to tell the story about her?
Be like, yeah, I know, you told me that story.
No, I said, do you want to tell this? No. Do you want to tell this story? You can keep it vague, because your fans on Who Needs a Drink, you told them the Emmett Bourdain story, right?
Sure, yeah.
The other story is that you suspect that she had you know, we're not naming names here, so we're not doxing.
Oh, she definitely has.
She definitely fucked what's
Liev
Schreiber.
I'm pretty sure, probably.
Jealous. Me.
Oh, you're jealous?
Oh, he's a bang and a half. Oh God.
Yeah, but you think he wasn't all over her? She was a fucking
instantly. She was the smoke show.
Beyond
that girl,
ridiculous.
She was one of the sexiest creatures I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
but I was like,
man, they're fucking
she's crazy.
She's also nuts, also highly intelligent, which you don't want either.
You don't want that either.
You don't want highly intelligent and nuts at the same time. You want a little bit stupid. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell the folks this, because it doesn't matter. We're not naming names. I didn't know who this girl was ever in my life, and this girl came up to me because, oh, you're Dirk, and I was like, yeah. She goes, you know Sheena Malley? I was like, yeah. This is about 15 years ago, and she says, I need to speak to you, and I went, okay. She goes, you want to go outside? I said, not really. She goes, she takes me outside. She goes, listen, I'm sure you've already heard how multi-orgasmic I am. I just looked at her like, what the fuck? Meteor just hit the earth. What kind of crazy person says this to me? And then she started talking, and I heard none of it, because this person I've never met before in my life said, I know you've already heard how multi-orgasmic I am. She goes, but you have to understand, it makes a person like me crazy. And I heard nothing else that she said. Turns out she was one of Oisín's ex-girlfriends. And I'm like, wow, good choice, my friend.
Yeah, you're always rolling your eyes at your girlfriend's choices.
Except for one. Except for one that I really liked. But, you know, because I'm, you know, like, I want you to find, like, the girl of your dreams.
I'm going on a date tomorrow.
Oh, you know what I want? Listen.
My whole crowd were all excited because I mentioned it in passing like a moron.
Who are you
and then everybody went.
Don't say who, but Who by fire? Where are you? Are you going out to a restaurant?
No, we're going to Rialto Mercato, to the bars there.
Nice.
She's 6'1".
You love that.
I love that.
Is it Debicki?
I hope she wears flats.
Well,
because otherwise, I'm
she'll be taller than you. You're 6
Yeah,
feet
if she
tall.
wears fucking heels.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, you like to climb
She's
anyway.
English, but she lives here. Isn't that crazy?
She's English, but she lives in Venice.
Yeah.
Did you meet her how?
I met her here on the boat.
Oh, I love that. An in-person meeting. Because one thing
She
Malley doesn't do is
with a lot of eye contact. And I was like, who the hell are you? And we got talking.
Did you say that? Was that your opening line? Who the hell are you?
No, I said we need to go for a drink. That's what I said.
Was that your opening line?
Yeah, we need to go for a drink.
That's a pretty good opening line.
She goes, "Are you just here for a bit?" And I was like, "No, I live here." She's like, "That's weird. So do I. Where the hell do you live? How come I never saw you before?" And I was like, "How come I never saw you before?" But she lives on the other side of town.
Okay.
All the cool people live in Canareggio on the
because it's cheap as fuck.
Yeah, Misericordia. I live in the expensive part of town, and nobody lives here.
Nobody lives there. You live in like the sexiest, most desolate part of town where you'll never pass anybody on the street, except for a girl who's got her hand down a man's pair of trousers.
Yeah, except for that.
What age about is she?
She's I don't know, but I'm gonna guess about 30, 31, 32.
Okay, nice. Oh, I'm very excited about this.
Blonde.
She's blonde. Shocking.
A lot of legs.
Dude, legs are your weakness. That's your kryptonite.
That's a lot of legs.
Legs are
we'll
your
see,
kryptonite.
Whatever.
They're your kryptonite. Legs have always been your kryptonite. It's the end of you. That's the sheen legs.
Now everyone knows. Oh, now that's why he's moisturizing.
Oh, for the date.
She doesn't know what age I am.
Who cares? You're a man.
Matter.
Yeah. So that's nice. So you're gonna go to Mercato.
Yeah, because
so that's kind of young.
It's a bit young over there, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit young over there.
Fuck it, she already she liked my vibe, so
she likes your vibe. I think what you should do is you should say, let's go for a quick drink at the St. Regis first.
that can follow.
Right. Okay, so San Marco. So you're gonna go to Rialto first. Yeah, there's like, God, that like we went there with the whole
Greg.
gang.
She won't end up watching this. She has no idea.
No, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know the girl. But like,
no, Greg is saying she might end up watching this. She has no idea I do any of this stuff.
Yeah. All right. Vaughn says, "Holy shit!" I'm gonna say this like a British person. 6'1". Holy shit! Amazon woman. Amazon. Now, how do Irish people say Amazon?
I don't know. Amazon.
Right. Why do British people say Amazon?
I don't know. I don't know who you're thinking of.
No, everyone in England says the word Amazon. They say Amazon. I looked it up to make sure it wasn't just the company, that it wasn't Cockney or what a dialect. They all say
British are a little odd like that. They say water.
Water.
Or
water.
You're doing Cockney.
Right. Get yourself some water, man.
That's different.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like
water.
Yeah.
Kate Bush would say, water. Could I have some water? Look, Daddy, there's some water in the sky.
She's a little bit. She sounds a little bit posh, a little bit.
Oh, that's cute. Right. I love the fact. First of all, British girls are so sexy. That accent is the sexiest thing ever.
Yeah, when it's nice, it's very nice. Yeah, that's true.
Nice. You like a posh girl too, so a little bit.
I do like a posh girl.
A little bit posh, a little bit RP is kind of fine for you.
I'm hoping she's a fucking she's in the arts world. I mean, I'm assuming it's art gallery world here.
Is that what you think?
That's what a Brit is doing here.
She lives there.
They're in the art game. I don't know if she lives here full time, long time. I'll find out all this shit tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. So you going out just for drinks, or have you decided to have a dinner, or just drinks and meet up?
It'd be drinks, which means sex.
Is that what that means?
Drinks mean dinner means conversation. Coffee means companionship. Dinner means conversation. Drinks, going directly to drinks, that's sex probably.
Oh God, I need an education because I've been out of the dating pool. For gays, it used to mean sex first and then drinks or dinner because we would just meet in an alley.
Yeah, gays get it. Yeah, you guys get it out of the way. And then
we get it out of the way first.
Then you get to know each other.
I don't want to have drinks with you or dinner with you unless I know you have a big dick.
Right. Yeah.
Like, why am I bothering?
You better have the goods.
Yeah, just like dinner.
No, women are like, I like him. He's nice. He's fun. He's charming. I hope he's got the goods. And then they're pleasantly surprised when they find out. And then they fucking latch onto you like a fucking cat. Because then they're like, I don't want to let him go now.
Just be shit in bed.
I found one. You know.
So if you think somebody's crazy, be shit in the sack. Just. Be well, I was gonna say be selfish, but somebody might like that. People
being selfish, they love. Are you kidding me?
Christ,
they love selfish. Are you kidding me?
It's so fucking crazy.
Oh my God, if you're all tender and loving, that's not what
that's
they want.
Like the biggest turnoff.
And the women who like me don't want tender and loving. Women who are attracted to me want one thing and one thing only. I've learned that the hard way. They're like, I don't want to hear your fucking conversation about Palestine. Just fucking tear me apart in bed, please. Thank you very much. I don't want to hear about your favorite Mozart rendition or opera or whatever. Just, shut up with your opinions. I'm here for all of that hairy, manly, Cro-Magnon man shit. That's what I'm here for.
Right. Well, that's the fantasy. People have a fantasy for their type, and they go for what they go for. And then, but like the best part about the non-heterosexual world is we generally get that shit out of the way just with a brief meeting on the street or wherever, hook up. And then if it was...
No, but are you being serious? Is that seriously how it works in the gay world?
You're like 100% how it works.
Let's go.
I don't know how it works now because I'm an old fag. But like back in the day, like I met Paul in the bathroom at a bar, and I asked him for a cigarette, and I did not even smoke.
So you go to the. That's cool. You go to the You go to the bathroom. You take care of business.
Yeah.
And then you go, okay, now I'll get to know you. Like literally, that's.
No, you don't take care of business in the bathroom. That's really dirty. Not there. I mean, people do that, but that's called cottaging. That's not a thing.
Vaughn wants me to live stream it. Absolutely
no,
not.
God, Jesus, no.
I need at least give the guy a break. I need one part of my life that's slightly private. Thanks very much, because the rest of it is on display for everyone to see.
Yeah, no.
Whatever. It's just...
So yeah, that's the like. Listen, I
hope she likes fucking good shit, like in restaurants and vino and art and things like that. I mean, if she doesn't, I'll forgive her. It doesn't matter. But it's like,
so you think it's going to be drinks and a shag, and then you're out unless there's a connection.
I think it'll be drinks. I think it'll be drinks for most of the evening. Vibe, and we'll see where it goes. I don't know.
Can I talk about the elephant in the room?
What's the elephant?
You're 8 years younger than me.
Yeah.
But I will say the following. When you're young, when we were young, we shone like the sun. You go out, you have a bunch of drinks, maybe you hook up, you're ready to go. Like if I have 2 drinks, the last thing on my mind at my age is the sex. I think I would have to be sober for it. Or just slightly buzzed.
Obviously, I have to. You've got to be careful with the booze.
Sure, but I'm just wondering.
You stick to. You have a glass of red wine. That's enough to get a little bit.
Yeah.
You
it's
enjoy.
Too much, and I'm not saying whiskey dick or any of that shit. I'm just saying, like at this point in the game, like I'm telling you, after 3 or 4 drinks, I just want to have a great talk and I don't even think about sex anymore.
I mean,
I think about sex when I'm sober a lot, but I don't ever think about it if I'm, especially if like you. I mean, it's different. I mean, it's different. I mean, I don't talking out me arse because you know, like you might. It's different. You see somebody that rocks your world, is 6'1", gorgeous, all legs, fucking. She's probably got alabaster skin. She's English. She's probably an English rose. You know, you have a couple of drinks and you're just going to want to just eat her for dinner for sure. But I'm just wondering, like, is dinner, because dinner's not good either, because who the fuck wants to eat and then go do it? So you might have it all down.
No, eating's fine. Eating's nice for those things. I don't know. It's I
just want to go to bed after you.
But no, I don't know. I won't be sleepy. I'll be fine. We'll see where it goes. Whatever.
Greg says you can always take the vitamin V. I'm not exactly talking about that now. I'm going to say the following. I'm going to say.
Oh yeah. Listen. It's always good to use a little pill.
Have you tried it?
Oh sure. Well, I dated that girl who was the pharmacist girl. Remember that girl?
Oh yeah.
And she introduced me to that stuff, and it's good to have that as kind of backup just in case, you know. Sure.
Yeah. My friend,
I mean, if you're 25,
it's like, can I be crass here? It's Friday night. Who cares, right? My friend said it's like fucking somebody with it's like fucking with somebody else's dick. That's what he said. Because it's the most weirdest thing that happens when you do it. Believe me, man, he's addicted to it because he's out in the world and he's single and he's doing what he's doing.
Sure.
But he said, he goes, dude, it's like fucking with somebody else's dick. It's just, it feels like it's almost not exactly attached to you.
I don't think that's true, but
well, I mean, that's what he said. That's interesting.
I mean, for guys with a problem there, maybe it is. I don't know. I think a lot of guys use it these days just as a kind of a fucking backup plan, just in case, you know, things are weird or whatever, you know.
Hey, Z-Man. Z-Man says, sex is dirty. That's pretty great. Michaela just...
What's that I walk in?
Because you have no idea, Ladybug.
Michaela would like this broad.
Bet she would, right? Michaela, what you walked into is he's got a date tomorrow, so we're all a little bit excited about Machine's date.
Everyone's more excited than I am.
I'm very excited.
I mean, we won't hit it off
at all. I wanted you to like find the one forever, because you know what? It's so exhausting. I'm so grateful more than anything in the world. I said to Paul, if you ever drop dead, I'm just going to I'm going to go join the priesthood, because I don't want to fucking be a single person ever. I don't, because it's so nice to come home to somebody who's on the couch in their pajamas and they're like, you want pizza?
Well, she definitely had the vibe. I can say this, that she definitely had the vibe of like, oh, fucking finally, like I ran into the right kind of dude. She definitely had that feel off her, like, oh, well, this is what I'm into now, you know? That was the feel. All I can tell is like from the small amount of interaction, I can't tell a whole lot, but
dude, just make sure she doesn't try to kill you, because she sounds too good to be true.
That's usually my problem, is they wind up, they want to fucking murder me.
You're gonna wake up with a girl with like a big crazy knife. She's like, tell me that you love me. Tell me that you love me.
like in Goodfellas, Karen, with the gun. Do you love her?
Do you love
her? Karen, put the gun down, Karen.
There's a famous song from Charles Aznavour that was interpreted by Liza Minnelli. This is the gayest thing I'm going to say all night, but it's about a woman confronting the man about his affair, and she looks at him and she says, "But better yet, do I know her?"
Oh, do I know her? That's
because that's the worst. Like, she would much rather it be a stranger.
I had a girlfriend many years ago who was like, if you cheat on me, it'll upset me, but if it's just sex, it won't upset me enough to leave you. My problem will be if you have feelings for her and you
Sure.
think about her,
That's
then
100%.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I was like, "Phew. Well, if
Is
you
that
have
not
sex
fair?
with dudes, I'm out."
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I
see,
don't know.
that's the worst double standard. Now, here's the way I look at it, right? I just think sex is a physical act, and I don't really give a shit. I don't
Yeah.
care. I just think it's milk, juice, bread, cat food, dog food, blowjob. I don't really care. But like love and companionship and dedication is a totally different animal. But if it's just milk, juice, bread, cat food, dog food, blowjob, that's fine.
Dude, you
But
need to see Baby Girl. You need to see Baby
I will watch
Girl.
that.
It's a
But
fucking
listen, if
education.
you
and
start
awesome.
like meeting for secret to make out and kiss somebody because you can't live I can't live without you, then it's over, fucking. Because like go ream all that ass that there is in the whole wide world. Go knock it out of the park as much as you want, but you can't fall in love. The second you fall in love with somebody, then you've invalidated everything, and it's
Right.
over. So, but like I like
Well,
an afternoon teen room blowjob. Why would anybody care about that? It's very arrogant for any one person to think that they're enough for one person for the rest of their life. It's very arrogant. You know what? Why shouldn't you walk down the street? And I don't care how old Catherine Deneuve is right now. You'd still fuck her, right?
Catherine Deneuve?
Yeah.
Well, I'd close my eyes and I would think of the younger Catherine
Yeah,
Deneuve.
you think of the umbrellas of Cherbourg. Right. But you'd be like, she looked
cast
at
my
you.
mind back.
Excuse me, are you from Ireland? Yes. What's your name? Why don't you come up to my flat?
The thing as well is the Brits, a lot of Brits, especially posh Brits, I've noticed, they like an Irish accent.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I know it's normal, like Americans like an Irish accent and people from very far away countries, but the Brits are right next to us. That's surprising to me that they like an Irish accent. I think they think it sounds sobering. It sounds
they
flat,
want to get
and sobering.
They want to get dominated by Django. It's a little bit of a fantasy of the slave taking over the master.
I think a girl of her style. I'm projecting. I shouldn't be doing all of this the night before a date, but I got the feeling that she kind of wants a fucking real dude to be able to handle her, because women want to feel like a little baby doll. They want to be picked up and then spun around in the air and thrown around the bed and shit like that. Yeah. And for a girl who's that tall, like she's very, very slender and so on, but she, they probably want a larger guy. I'm not quite as tall as her, so
no.
But I have,
but I'm a tall, and you're a man.
It's beefy and strong in the arms and all of that. That's she probably wants a little bit of that, but that's
listen. If she puts a pair,
or maybe
of
she just wants a little bit of fucking company, some interesting company, because she's found a bunch of arty-farty weirdos in Venice. There's a lot of morons walking around this town as well.
And she met all the Italians who were like, "Hey, coach, mommy." They're like all those guys. The way they fucking treat girls there, it's terrific. Italians are the worst when it comes to that shit.
I think some women want a kind of a more mature man who doesn't look like he's fallen off a cliff, like he's melted into old age. They want someone with a little stature. They're older, but they're still good looking or whatever. They can wear, like, I was dressed okay tonight and stuff like that. Things like that.
Oh, you met her tonight? A little bit of stuff.
Yeah, tonight.
Oh shit! Were you on the one?
Yeah, I was on the one.
You were on the. You met her on the one.
Yeah. She was going into Rialto, and I was like, I've got to go to work, but.
So you were going tomorrow. Like one stop.
No, I was going down the Grand Canal because.
So you were up there. You were already up there. So she got off first.
Yeah, she got off before me.
Oh, I was like, we can do it tomorrow.
I had sushi.
Oh, you went to look your crazy sushi place in Venice.
Yeah.
Is it good there?
It's all right. Does me.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a stupid question. What do you get at a sushi restaurant in Venice?
I just got sashimi. I got salmon sashimi.
So this is super Ella Japanese food. That's you're into that.
Ella, yeah.
This is Ella food. Okay.
Yeah, I just get to. I guess it's not. Listen, back in New York, I really loaded up on the sushi because New York
class.
sushi is really fucking good.
It's top class.
Even medium level is really fucking good.
Yeah.
We don't have that level here.
Oh, not at all.
Well, I mean, in Milano probably, but you know,
why is that? You think
they have all the Italian food you want in the world because it's not their thing. It's not their specialty here.
Why doesn't some great
Japanese
artist come and open up a Japanese restaurant and just destroy Italy with it?
Some places probably have done that, and they've probably done that in Rome or Verona or Milano. That's if they're going to open an amazing high-level Michelin star place in Italy, they're going to do it in Milano where people give a shit. You know, it's too provincial out here.
Sure. Andrei Levchun. Hello, Andrei Levchun. That's a very good-looking fella. €5. Oisín, what are you going to wear? AP or gold, or just gold sub? Oh, for your date, huh?
I'm not wearing a gold. I'm not wearing this.
What are you going to wear?
Because this can be misinterpreted as the dickhead watch.
Okay, look, can we pick out your watch? Guys, I Basher Street. Oisín's got a date tomorrow night with the English Rose. Let's get in the chats right now. You guys know what he has. Let's pick out his watch.
Watch the date go to absolute shit. She turns out to be a total moron and she fucking hates me or something.
You'll still want to bang her.
Well, that might still happen anyway.
Okay. What are you wearing on a date? Does it really matter? Fuck yeah, Ray. If I see you show up in a Casio, you are not getting it.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to wear a low end. I mean, the AP is a good idea because it's not necessarily known as a.
Yeah, you don't want to wear the AP because it's going to look like I'm the big money flex.
This is a pimp asshole watch.
Nathaniel Hannon says Zero West. Top Dog says Uranus.
That's interesting.
I think you should wear your Seamaster 300. That's what I think you should wear. Your 300M, the watch that started it all. It is demure. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful man's
Greg,
watch.
and ask her to go Dutch. Not a chance.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't care how bad the date is. I'm never going Dutch.
No man should ever.
Even if I do not like her at all, I'm not making her pay for a damn thing. That's just against my. It's about me. It's not
no man should ever do that. I'm sorry. I'm speaking up for all the men of the world.
Going Dutch is joke.
Oh God, and Jesus Christ! Did you ask her out?
Well, tonight on the boat, yeah.
So you pay. But a man never, ever, ever doesn't pay for a woman. I don't care, even if she's your friend and there's none of that involved. You invite Evelyn, your buddy, she's the bookworm from your psychology class. Let's go have dinner. You still pay the bill. That's just how it goes. Sorry, fellas. Sorry, chivalry is not dead. Men should pay the bill.
Always. Doesn't matter how shit the day is. You just cut your losses. Like if it's a shit day,
doesn't matter.
Okay, it cost me that, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You just never. Oh my God! Imagine putting a woman in a position like that. How disgusting!
It's gross.
It's gross.
Totally.
This is the second. Hey, Morton Hedgegard Jensen. Do you know Morton? Because he came on my show earlier, and it was so nice to see you.
I don't recognize that name, no.
Oh my God,
he's Dutch Krona. Is that what that is?
I thought it was Denmark. Is it not Denmark? Sorry, is it Danish?
Sorry, Danish Krona is what I meant.
So Morten
not Dutch.
Hedegard Jensen, and I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
And it's Jensen, so it's Danish.
Yeah. So he was here earlier when I started the show. I wanted to say thank you so much, and now he's back at the end of the show. So great to see you, buddy, with Danish 20 kroner super sticker. Thank you so much. Did you hang out for the whole show? God, you're so great, man. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Because, I've never seen your name before, but thank you so very, very much. I'm going to give you the super chats 20 Danish kroners. I'm going to give you a YouTube. How sweet of you to show up. That's so sweet. And I didn't give Andre a big bang, and I deserve it because we talked about it for half an hour. Big news. Everybody wants to know. You're going on a date. People are going to want to know. If I still had status of any kind, I'd jump on a plane and I'd observe from another table. But I have fucking nothing now. I'm trying to rebuild my world now that I can't just jump on a plane and go wherever the fuck I want. It's so shitty. My sister, it's ruined her life. She actually wrote a letter to him, Dear American Airlines, how dare you? And she's right. Oh, because so my dad died, right?
Yeah, and then all the shit was cut off.
It was cut off, but it was cut off.
Isn't that right, though? I mean, it's been years that you guys have had all of this privilege.
Yeah, but it's not like he didn't put in his time for it. That was part of the job. But here's the thing. What they did do was the second the death certificate was certified, they cut off. What about people
Miami Manny? I think that's a good call.
No.
But I like Nathaniel's suggestion.
No. My call is the best call. You wear a fucking Seamaster. You wear a mid-level luxury watch because you don't want to flaunt ridiculous extravagance.
Yeah, but most people don't know what that shit is. This is what's extravagant for people.
Gold is always extravagant.
And if she's a lady of class, which I get the distinct feeling, she might know what AP is anyway. I don't know.
My boyfriend is beautiful, but if I couldn't talk about Dante and Nietzsche with him, we wouldn't have made it past 3 dates. Now, I had dinner with you guys, and
Zero West equals World War II discussion interesting.
Agreed. I understand that.
Yeah, I like where you're going with this. I never thought about that. Let me go get the Zero West, and you can tell me. This will be fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
Watch me show up, or you won't even be there.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you can't talk to a person, unless you're just there for what is it, Dana Two Pumps? What is her little thing that she jokes about? And then you're out the door. That's a totally different story. But, never judge a book by its cover. When we came and met your boyfriend, he was absolutely gorgeously beautiful and then proved himself to be an incredible conversationalist and extremely learned and deep and fascinating. And that's a rarity, man. Because people react to superficiality. Like, oh, look at this young, beautiful, gorgeous thing. Enjoy that. But no, there's Nietzsche and Dante and all that shit. And there is stimulation on an intellectual level. People just want to go for the base bullshit, which is amazing. But Nathaniel Hannon, I think you're right. So what did you just put on? I'm wearing my Seiko tonight.
Nathaniel's suggestion. I saw that. That looks great.
Yeah, I love this watch.
What's that?
Your Panerai?
No.
Oh, that's the new Zero West, right?
That's not the new one, no. I can't show those.
It's so dark. Can you just come out of the shadows and put it up on the screen?
Why is it so dark?
We can't see your watch.
People can see me.
It's dark because your black shirt and your unbelievable shadows. Your shadows.
People can see it.
Just come bring it to the screen, will you?
Jesus.
Come on, give us a show, O'Malley. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, I should like that. It's beautiful. Listen, she's not going to fuck you for your watch anyway.
This is what I'm saying.
She's not. I mean, can we be honest here? She's not. Beware the gold digger. Yeah, you put the AP on. I mean, listen, there are guys like... Donald Trump wore that at Lips when he met
Melania. Concerned with any of these things at all. I know the things that I don't know. When I date women, I know what they're after. That's over the years.
Miami Manny wants you to wear the Royal Oak Chrono.
That's what I'm saying.
You could. I mean, can I just say, as the Omega nut job aficionado guy that I am, I didn't give a flying fuck about that watch until I put it on my wrist.
Here?
And I went, see. I went, oh
Oh,
shit.
it is. Hang on a second.
Man, did that change my whole world the second I put on his Royal Oak Chrono. I didn't even his
No,
diver.
you put on the offshore.
I put both of them on. You let me try both of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The offshore, I went, wow, I don't hate this at all. But the
No, you didn't. You loved it.
Oh, I loved it. Are you kidding me? I was like, first of all, that strap. Oy.
Yeah, you loved it. You loved it. I think Nathaniel's onto something with this.
Yeah, he might be right. Might be right. It's pretty cool.
It's gonna be cold and we'll be standing out at those bars, so I'm gonna wear a sweater. Or an Irish sweater.
Wear a scratchy Irish
She doesn't
sweater.
like me in a
You're not
fucking
gonna wear
Irish
your
sweater.
scratchy
She doesn't
Irish
like
sweater.
me in anything. Come on.
Thank you so much, Miami man. Great to see you. Love
me to wear.
Yeah, that might be a great idea. Why not? It suits you too. Yeah, of course. Of course it does. Yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful watch, man. I mean, it's great. Yeah, wear that. Fuck that.
Fucking wear that.
Wear that because it's beautiful. If she knows anything about anything, she'll be like, oh shit. She might go,
Your watch looks industrial. So.
Yeah, she might go. That's
she
beautiful.
won't be
Rolex?
looking at the watch.
That's beautiful. Rolex? No, Audemars Piguet.
She'd be looking at me green eyes. That's what she'd be looking at.
She'd be looking at your green eyes and the size of your thumb. The thumb is the giveaway, my friends. At the end of the day, I'm not going back to your shack unless I see your thumbs. That's an inside secret for people. In case you don't know. It's fun. The Black Chrono, yeah. Top Dog Black Face is one and done. Yeah, of course they are, man. They're one. Yeah, sure. If you had, but if I did. Yeah. Ray says, be cool, wear Seiko, right? He's trying to bed this woman, Ray. You
I'm
understand?
Not trying anything.
I know. He doesn't give a shit. Yeah.
When did you start trying it? I don't know.
Oh, isn't that the worst?
It's the not caring that's a lot cooler.
Listen, at the end of the day, when you do care, that's when you're fucked. That's when you're fucked.
Yeah.
You should, every single failure if you fail at betting a sexual conquest, the first thing you should think about is, all right, the chipper's down the street. You shouldn't care less. Like, all right, you shouldn't let that get you. You should just be like, oh, they've got great mushy peas there.
I'm gonna have some other friends from the Hard Rock Cafe. They're gonna be there tomorrow anyway.
Oh, is that where you're gonna go?
No, they're just gonna be there because
it's backup.
That's backup. That's where they hang out on a Saturday.
Oh,
Luca and
is it where we went when the whole gang of us went in 20? Oh God, what year was that?
Rialto Mercato, you know the area.
No, I know it very well, but the place where we were drinking champagne, and Dana was on the floor, and Roy was out trying to find prostitutes.
There's a lot of late night bars there.
That place is a mess.
Tomorrow's going to be a little nicer weather, and there'll be a lot of people in costume still from the Carnivale. So it'll be a nice night anyway. I'm going to have a nice night anyway.
Emmett and I were trying to find like some sandwiches. Like everybody was so hammered that night. All of us were fucking wasted. We went out.
You were looking for sandwiches at that hour?
I don't know what the fuck we were doing. Emmett's like, I know there's a place here. We're going to find some food. And I said, we're staying at the Excelsior. We could just go back to the hotel and get shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we did at the end. But it's like, your brother is so tenacious when it comes to like, but he wants.
Greg wants to know what will I wear for aftershave.
Oh.
I don't wear aftershave.
Because he doesn't shave.
I want a fragrance.
Do you know what you should wear for an aftershave, though? Because you live in Italy, right? You should buy Provaso.
Provaso.
Can I get it for you? I have it here, of course. One moment, please. Talk to the crowd.
Of course.
Provaso is the ultimate in Italian barbershop stuff. There's nothing better. Nothing in the world better. Be right back. I gotta pee anyway.
Pro Razzo. I don't use aftershaves. I don't do a close shave. Aftershaves is for men who do a close shave. I don't do a close shave. It's not me. I haven't close shaven in forever. God, is my screen too dark? Is that a problem? I can fix that a little bit. Hold on, I'll do this. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, it's probably better. Okay. Whatever. This is all the fun part, right? Courting. It's also fun. Everybody seems so dreamy when you don't know them. What's that phrase? If you're mad about someone, just get to know them. It'll go away. So, it's fine. I'm not, I have two beautiful children with two astonishing women. I've been a very lucky boy in my life. I'm all good. I'm way less talky than Dirk, right? Massive silences. That's the difference between myself and Dirk on our shows.
I'm a whackety whack. I don't know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you just keep going. It's great. It's amazing. I don't know how you do it. What is that? Fucking hell.
Prorazzo. This is
It's not razzo.
Prorazzo.
Prorazzo.
Prorazzo. This is aftershave. Basically, this is like the ultimate barber stuff. You just do this after you shave. Instantly, whatever like the harshness from the blade instantly just
really,
and it's beautiful. It smells like pine, fresh bergamot. It's gorgeous. And
I haven't done a close shave in 10,000 years.
What you do with fresh shave on your neck, though?
No, I use a thing, and I do a close-ish, but I leave something. I don't go close. I don't use a blade. I haven't used a blade in forever.
Look at that.
What happened? Did you cut yourself?
No. Look what that is from the bottom of the wine bottle. I killed the bottle.
Oh.
I didn't think something from 2022 would have that.
Jesus.
That's unbelievable. Look at that. Oh, shit. Look at the bottom of that. Yeah, it's right there.
Wow.
Nice, because it's Pomerol de Lalande, baby. Women seem to like Givenchy Gentleman. Yeah, he would love Givenchy Gentleman. It's a great fragrance. I like it a lot. He's got this great department store. What's the name of that place again?
Fondaco.
That place is apparently closing. So you should go there for their closeout.
I'm going to go there in August to the watch department because they'll be giving them away. They'll be doing crazy discounts trying to get rid of everything.
Vaughn says Prorazzo is great stuff. It's nice. It's cheap. I mean, this bottle, $12.
And he says it's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. Amazing. All right, guys. I think we've done. We're here 3.5 hours. Thank you so much, every single person. Look at 21 people. Thank you so much for your super chatting. Nathaniel, Dean. Dean, would you go to bed? Are you not here anymore? Oh, you had to get up early. Oh, God. Who's gay? Nathaniel Hannon. Look at you, Nathaniel. Sharon, Daniel Gutierrez. Nelius, thank you so much. Dean. Gabri, thank you so very much. Eddie, we love you, baby. You're never on my show. You've been back a little while lately, but we miss you, man. You've been so great. You know, you're the biggest legend. You started the whole fucking ball rolling on that big the biggest show I ever had was Eddie. He went bananas. Gabri, TG, Nathaniel Hannon, Eddie again, Nathaniel Hannon, Andrew Wolkowicz. Andre, thank you so much. Lev Chun, nice to meet you. And Morton, thank you so very much. super sticker, Nathaniel Hannon, Miami Man. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much for everybody. Thanks, Oisín, for a great show. You guys are amazing. Fun stuff on Friday night. We love to do eye bashes. We're all off tomorrow. Well, you're doing Super Chat Saturday?
No, I can't. I won't.
Are you done tomorrow? You're off tomorrow?
No, I'm not gonna. No, I have stuff to do in the evening there in Rialto, and
your date's tomorrow. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, well, then forget it.
And I have I've got to edit all day. I've got tons of editing. I've got some big videos in the pipeline.
I'm telling you, I've never seen you pump out so much amazing content so fast. You're really.
I have to put out my predictions video.
Oh, predictions!
Everybody's doing the watch predictions, right? So I got to do one, right? So it's like, will they release a root beer on the Jubilee? And will they do a
never?
Will they do a
no?
Will they do a GMT in platinum? Because the GMT is 70 years old.
Oh shit! And platinum.
And 70 years is platinum in the matrimonial world, right?
Yeah, which is
your 70-year anniversary is platinum, right? So will they do like a blue bezel GMT in platinum? And then there's that white dial Explorer people are talking about possibly. And
wait a second, a white dial Explorer? You mean like something like different?
The Explorer with a white dial instead of black.
But the Polar,
that's not such a crazy one. Well, the Polar, that's Explorer 2.
Oh, so Explorer
1, famous one. And
anybody talking about a new Milgauss or no? That's not.
Yeah, that's in the rumor mill that the Milgauss will be reimagined just like the Air King was. And then and you've got the one.
I have the one.
Yeah, it's only going to go up in value because of this shit.
Baby.
That's a fucking icon. Yeah. And what else is there? There's the titanium SD43 Sea Dweller that people are talking about. And
in 2 days and look at it.
It's still holding time?
Perfect.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, move it a little now. It's been 2 days. What else? I don't know. We're talking about Le Mans might be because they did Le Mans in white gold for 1 year.
Okay.
Then they did yellow gold, and a lot of people are saying they'll discontinue the yellow gold now and do a rose or a platinum. Discontinue the one from this year. What else? 1908s with malachite dial and lapis
people
lazuli.
Really saying that?
Yeah, lapis lazuli.
I think that's going
malachite
too far. I don't think.
I know. I mean, people are throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. It's always the same. We don't know what we're gonna get from Rolex.
They're gonna have one giant announcement. They're gonna have one giant thing. And what's that one giant thing?
I don't know. It's very likely there'll be something in the GMT world because
I think they're going to discontinue the Air King finally.
No, they just reinvented the Air King.
I know, but nobody liked it.
No, they're not going to cut it this soon. What else? I don't know. There's rumors about a root beer sub because the sub comes in yellow gold and in two-tone. What about a rose gold sub? What about a sub on a rubber bracelet? Et cetera, et cetera. It's always the usual stuff. And then, of course, everybody's thinking about the Coke, the GMT Coke, and discontinuing the.
I mean, that would be the biggest news of the world for them to come out with Coke.
Anything that happens in the GMT world is usually pretty big.
Yeah.
So, and it's 70 years old, so it's very likely they'll do something. But what they do is usually not what people want or expect. And then
Rolex doesn't ever do that.
Yeah, we figure out why we love it then later because they're leaders. They're not followers. They're not going to listen to us. They don't
give you what you want. They're like Apple. They give you what you should.
Or you
Take
should want,
this.
and you don't know yet that you want. That's what
Yeah.
they do. They're leaders. I've been saying it. I've been banging my head off that wall now for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah,
These
more.
guys don't listen to us. They don't give
No,
a shit what we want. They are the artists. We figure out why we love it later. This is the dynamic I've been trying to explain to fucking watch dealers, the fucking bottom of the barrel.
42 millimeter. That would be big news, Top Dog. Wow. Wow. Do you think that could happen?
42 millimeter Daytona. That would reinvent the Daytona. Yeah,
Sure
that would. They already reinvented the Daytona last year.
Yeah.
So that's not going to happen.
And a 45 millimeter milk cap. That's never going to happen. But you know, hey. Yeah, that's not going to happen. More palm fronds. Well, wouldn't that be good? There'll be novelties galore, of course, that we could all laugh about.
Yeah. So I have that video, and I have a video about, I have a video coming out about quartz watches, and why if you're gifting a watch to someone who doesn't know shit about watches and doesn't care, you might be better off just getting a quartz watch, like a Cartier.
Well, or a Seiko quartz.
Something that doesn't need, something that doesn't need interaction, because us as geeks is one thing.
Totally.
And then I have to integrate the ad for these guys, the Pascal guys, into that video, because it's a good idea. If you're buying, let's say some 17-year-old girl wants to watch, your daughter or your, I don't know, cousin or something, you might want to give them something that's simple, quartz, cheap.
Yeah, because you don't want them to, like, they're not into horology and the wine.
Yeah, they don't want to have to wine.
They just want something that looks great with their outfit. And
exactly. And
nice.
just not think.
Sure.
So I go into that conversation. So those videos are coming up.
That's cool. Hey, Z-Man, thank you so much for the super sticker, $4.99. Thanks, buddy boy. And thanks for being a super contributor tonight. You said some cool stuff, and thanks for making us ask questions and all that stuff. Let's give you some cowbell. Yeah. Amazing stuff. Guys, that's it. That's for the show tonight. Thanks so much, Oisín. It's like 800 o'clock in the morning for him. Yeah, thanks so very much for all of your stuff. You guys rule. I'll be back on Sunday for Sunday Mass. We'll be back for Watch Fashion Police on Monday. Back on Speedy Tuesday on iBashers. And thanks so much. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you meet somebody who's not so nice, they might be going through something real terrible. Or else they're just a real cunt. Sure.